like that. But if this was like a keychain right here and then it constantly wobbled like that,
that's a little too big for a keychain.
Yeah.
But as quality opener, it's a very good opener.
Yeah.
It's big, thick,
it's a solid crack.
I would almost wish there was some kind of ring, something so you could hang it.
The thing I like about this, because it feels solid, so because like half the time when you open a beer, you do this anyway.
Yeah. And you bend the cap in half.
Yeah, but this is so solid.
Yeah, John,
that's
what it did.
It's great.
Oh yeah, that almost like gives you a perfect.
It's good.
Yeah, you can keep the cap. You can almost
like
reuse those.
It's like
By the way, we're live.
Oh!
And we are live. It's like I've been here before.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to Talking Heads, everyone. Episode 125, Part B. Your once weekly live show and today twice daily live show for the latest in beer and tech news. I am Jeff.
I'm John.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
I see you're already drinking.
What?
You're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
It's not already drinking if I never stopped.
I just love coming here this month. It's such a great month to come here.
Isn't it great?
I'm stuck in my house. I have a huge fridge full of good, awesome beer. And then like all the liquor stores.
So John, tell us why you're so angry right now.
I'm thrilled to be here, Jeff. Thrilled to be here. There's nothing like...
Okay, look at this beer. Oh no, you can't have that.
Ooh. Worthy Brewing from Bend, Oregon.
Wait.
Dark Muse.
Right, there, I'm off camera.
Barrel-aged Imperial Stout. 11.3%.
Hey, you want to know what I brought? You want to know what I brought?
I do want to know what
All right, here's what I brought. Suck it. That's like 16, and that's like 12.
Ooh.
But that's only because it's for your birthday.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
That's for Jeff's birthday.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So John got me an Avery Brewing Tweak. This is a 14.7% stout with coffee aged in bourbon barrels.
And I think that's the...
You know me.
Yes.
You know me. Oh, Parabola.
2018.
Oh, you got me a Parabola.
Parabola, the brand new Parabola. Apparently that's supposed to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll hang up for that one.
I can't have it.
Yeah, I know. I might as well. Jeff can bring it all.
Firestone Parabola. This is my favorite in their series. Oh my god.
See, even when he makes fun of me, I still bring Jeff good beer.
This is why I keep him around, is even though he brings crap, is sometimes he brings Firestone Parabola.
But wait! There's more! I bring Corona!
Demonetized!
I gave you just the lime, so you can be as very basic as possible.
I actually kind of wanted the black cherry.
Oh, well, whatever.
Yeah.
You were complaining all the time
I
about
said
it.
just not mango.
What? That's
Just
for me.
not
I like the mango one.
Yeah.
So, and then I thought we could do something a bit more up your alley. Well,
Yes.
I'm trying to bridge the two sides here. Little peace offering. So we have Lagunitas Hop Refresh Water.
0% ABV.
0% ABV, 0 calories, 0 carbs.
I got some room to work with there.
This is just hop flavored carbonated water.
Yeah.
So I thought we could make a cocktail with this of some kind. I can at least have 1.5 ounces, so 1 shot of vodka or 1 ounce of gin. Gin's a little more calorie.
Okay. Steve, before you leave, could you grab me a lime out of my fridge upstairs?
Oh, you bet.
That would be fantastic. Because I have some ideas.
Right.
So I will be having mine just straight because I don't want any other fruits or sugars or anything. But you can go all out, whatever you want.
Big Big Spoon, $2. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Yep, my birthday was last week, but thank you. I do appreciate it very much. Welcome to the show, everyone. If you're joining us for the first time tonight at our regular time, we were actually already on the air, Steve and I, between 5 and 7 p.m. Pacific time for the first of 2 shows. This will not be a regular occurrence.
Producer.
My producer says good night.
I thought that was for me.
Do you want one too?
From you or for her? She says from you.
Yeah.
You may need a few drinks first. Okay?
He's already had a few. I don't get any tonight.
John's on a beer diet.
I'm on a diet.
John's on a beer
You
diet.
don't get any of the good ones, huh?
I have 4.5%, 90 calories.
I'm here to take up the slack.
So, welcome to the show. Again, if you've never seen the show before, we usually talk beer news, tech news, and games and entertainment and pop culture, and we usually finish with a hard spoiler cast. We'll probably get into that a little bit early today, because today's show has no agenda whatsoever.
Yep.
The reason being is I started looking through the news this weekend, and every single bit of news that I found was either this brewery is closing because of the human malware that's spreading around, or these products are going to be delayed, or this thing is happening because of what's happening in China, or what's happening in the U.S., or this cruise ship was
whatever
denied.
Yeah, denied access.
I am so... It's only been 10 days, and I am so burnt out already about talking about it. Because I also have to talk about it for my professional work, because it does impact a lot of my professional clients and what we're doing here at my business. And I'm just burnt out on it already. And I figured we're nearly in a quarantine. I know San Francisco is considering, or has already done shelter in place. New York is considering shelter in place. And what I heard now is Portland is actually considering shelter in place as early as tomorrow.
Yeah. Not my work.
So, right. But we're also kind of down, and it's a weird time, and it's a little
People
bit...
are looking for entertainment.
People are looking for entertainment. I just want to hang out, drink a couple of beers, have a good time, take your mind off it.
Yep.
That's what tonight's show is about. Tonight's show is about you guys. It's about whatever you want to talk about. We got into some pretty good discussions in the first half, and I'm hoping to kind of carry that on into the second half.
Yeah, well, half of your discussion was bad-mouthing me.
What else is there to talk about?
I don't know what you're talking about, John, but this whiskey is delicious.
I like it how you start off the show with, here's the box of everything John can't drink. Welcome to Talking Heads.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And we pulled this one out of my fridge just for you.
Yeah.
By the way, it's the 2018 Dark Muse.
Oh, I know I've had Dark Muse before,
Yeah.
so, and actually that's the reason why I bought you these, because I've already had them.
Well,
Or
I
have
looked,
them.
I looked for something that you didn't have, but I don't think there's anything big that he didn't.
No, I know. When you were listening, I was going back to my friends. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I got that.
I
got
know
that.
you did.
I was like, I got that.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, go ahead, drink all you want. I got it.
I will outwit you one time.
You probably will one day.
I have a much bigger liquor cap.
I mean, liquor. I'm giving you the liquor all the way.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. Joe says he literally missed the first half because he's dumb.
Well,
Well,
you missed the best half.
you missed the best half. That's right. Yeah.
A-side.
There have been some really good B tracks.
That's right.
Occasionally. Maybe not this time.
Occasionally.
Thanks for extra content during the quarantine. You are more than welcome, Record. Back on West Coast time. That's right. It feels good to be back. I'm a little bit jet lagged because we got a little bit wasted in the first half, but you know.
Oh yeah, because you totally stopped drinking
Right.
during that 1 hour gap.
Yeah.
We totally didn't have any more whiskey. It was a
Totally.
completely dry hour where I did nothing but eat burritos.
As I walk in here with minutes to spare, not hours,
Minute.
minutes,
Singular.
whatever. You then pointed out, oh, I lost track of time.
We were late today because of me, but that's okay. Anyway,
Anyways,
thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday night. John, any recent happenings you want to talk about?
oh no, but first of all, if you are on this show, the B side, the side with all usually the good classical hits that become much better later on down the road. What are you guys drinking in chat? So you
Totally.
did mention that.
Because I'd like to know. Because I'd like to know what to go buy.
Yeah. So,
Is John going to pour vodka in the hop water? Actually, we're going to make a cocktail out of the hop water. Yes.
Probably
So-
gin.
Gin, vodka,
I would do gin.
whatever,
I would recommend
something.
it.
Yeah, probably. So, but yeah, nothing really on my side. My company is still one of those. Hey, you're coming into work.
Yeah.
We don't care.
Yep.
So it's been a pretty normal week. The best part though is I remember Portland traffic like I was 10 years ago.
Right.
Oh, that's how it is. Like, oh, no one's on the
How
road.
long did it take you to get home?
20 minutes.
Oh, yeah. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, there's a radio personality called Chad in Portland. He runs Rip City Radio. He's one of the radio broadcasters for Portland Trailblazers. And he posted a clip of him coming over the I-5 bridge from Vancouver
Yeah.
at 8 o'clock on a Monday morning. And usually it's bumper to
It's
bumper
bumper,
traffic and
yeah.
getting to about 5 miles an hour. He was doing 65.
Yeah.
And there were like 3 cars on the bridge with him.
Yeah.
And he's just with his cell phone just going...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's been the best part. It's just been really nice to drive.
Skull is digging that knife into your side, John. Just a little bit.
I want that.
I don't know. Reverend
Skull is drinking a Goose Island Proprietors Bourbon County Stout, Blue
2000.
Label 2019.
How did he? I want one. You were supposed to get me one.
He's got a Blue Label 2019.
Why waste
BCS.
it?
John Jay's got some Founders Centennial IPA going on. Novella Hub's drinking another Shakopee Sunshine Cream Ale. Record says nothing because I'm still young. Good on you.
Good on you. You
well,
could have Lagunitas hot water.
That's right. What are you drinking that's not alcoholic?
Yes.
Because that is more than welcome as well. We've got a Melty Hops DIPA collaboration between Belching Beaver and Revision.
That sounds awesome.
That sounds good. Revision and Belgian Beaver usually make really good IPAs.
I've got a La Fondue Monde.
Trick Logic's got a Lagunitas Lucky 13.
Ooh, nice. Yeah,
All right, got some good stuff going on.
good stuff. Good stuff.
All right, what do you want to start with? It's yours. Do with it what you want. I already have
I
one.
want to taste it.
So John, what?
And I did. They are cold.
Yeah, okay.
So John, what the bloody hell did you bring us?
So, the item. Screw it, I'm just gonna say it because it's not the human malware.
Yeah, but we already got demonetized on the first video.
Did you?
We did. We said Corona once when you said bringing Corona. When I said John's bringing Corona Seltzer on the show, and I got demonetized.
Well, then you just got demonetized again for saying it.
I did.
So we can keep talking about it then, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So Corona came out with their hard seltzer in the middle of this epidemic. So I went and did a review on all four flavors, and there's the tropical lime, there was a blackberry lime, a dark cherry, and a mango. I personally like the mango the best, just because it's, it was kind of a nice medium in between. The lime is a little bit of, I don't know, it's easy drinking. It was the second best, I thought. So.
I had them before too. They weren't too bad.
Oh yeah.
The wife liked them.
Yeah. They weren't bad. Even Amelia liked even my wife liked the mango. So she said it was the best of the worst.
The best of the worst.
Oh, okay, so what are you doing?
What? Pay no attention.
You're adding liquor?
Pay no attention. So I've got a tropical lime Corona hard seltzer.
I have the mango.
Yeah.
4.5%, 90.
I don't know why I'm pouring it carefully. There's no head on this.
No.
There's no aromatics.
90 calories, gluten-free, 0 sugars, 0 carbs.
Okay, actually the lime it reminds me a lot of 7-Up.
Yeah, no.
A lot like 7-Up.
Didn't I say that?
Wait, if there's 0 carbs, where the calories coming from?
Probably the alcohol.
Not nearly as sweet. Weird middle and end, and it just kind of lingers.
Yeah.
Weird.
I think it's whatever artificial sweetener they're using.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, Splenda or Stevia or something like that. There's a middle aftertaste that's kind of funky.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
The black cherry was actually like the worst.
Was it?
Yeah. It was just too much
All
flavor.
right, so we're going to see if we can spice this up a little bit. So this is some Amaretto.
No, this is perfect. 90 calories.
Yeah. Well, now it's like 190 calories. What's that?
Oh, who has that questionable... Oh, questionable command says he's been making gin and tonics with the hop for a while.
It didn't help at all. It didn't help at all.
But did it make it worse?
I can't even taste it.
The Amarillo?
Amaretto.
Oh, whatever.
Amarillo is a different...
Amarillo.
Amaretto.
Amarillo? Amarillo.
Amarillo Lamona.
Yeah. It wasn't that what the...
Up from San Antonio.
Retto, TTs.
Oh.
Yeah. Amaretto.
Amaretto.
It's an almond liqueur.
I know what yes, I know what Amaretto.
Strangely enough, made from pomegranates anymore.
Well, it's probably artificial.
Tyler, are you being paid to drink this crap? No, John just John brings this, so I'll drink this begrudgingly. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, I so tried trying to find that Bud Light lemonade. I tried to find that.
I'm not going to drink that.
Oh, yes.
Straight
I
up.
don't think it's out yet. Is it?
It was supposed to be out, I think maybe just now, like March 18th or something like that. But I went to John's to go see if they had it.
That is a good question. Record Needle, what's your guys' legitimate opinion of the more basic beers like Corona or Bud? Are they any good, or is it mostly blah? I've always found the culture behind beer and other alcohols. Or I've always liked the culture behind beer and other alcohols. This is, it's an interesting question.
That is an interesting question.
I want to know the basics. That's what he says.
You want to know the basics or a legitimate opinion?
Right.
My legitimate opinion on those beers, I gripe on those beers. Honestly, every now and then I have to drink one. I will drink one.
Yeah.
They're not great. It's the problem of having really good quality food and then going to McDonald's.
Right.
That's essentially what it is. Yeah, I'm going to have a McDonald's burger every now and then.
Right.
And like it might satisfy something, and I might find that one cook that made it really good, and it might have just hit that spot that one time, but 99% of the time, it's no good.
Right.
And I want that gourmet burger, which is only not possibly $2 more, and juicier, and it's going to fill me up more.
Right.
That's essentially what craft beer is.
Yeah.
I don't mind, like, Pabst Blue Ribbon. It's all right for what it is and the cost. That's how I equate a lot of that.
Here's the difference between... I think you kind of touched on the point, but I kind of want to refine what you said a little bit more, and not really compare it to food, or maybe we can. Let's compare it to food, okay?
I wouldn't use McDonald's. I'd use more like
I
top ramen or something.
No. I go to Hardee's. You know, you go back to the Midwest and you get the Carl's Jr. / Hardee's.
Yeah.
Where Carl's Jr. on the West Coast, it's a little bit upper scale, whereas Hardee's is a little bit step down. They serve very equivalent foods, but the Hardee's focuses more on the inexpensive stuff. The Carl's Jr. is like the step up from like your Wendy's or your McDonald's.
You go on the East Coast, you said Checkers. That's like,
Yeah,
that's
Checkers.
pretty
Okay,
good.
yeah. White Castle.
White
Yeah,
Castle.
you can go White Castle. So let's say you go to White Castle at like 2 a.m. on a Tuesday. We've all been there at least once.
Yeah.
And you order 3 burgers. You know you're getting 3 burgers that are about this thick each, including the bun and all the toppings, and a little bit of ketchup and some really weird like pre-processed cheese.
Bare minimum of everything.
Right, the bare minimum of everything. It's the mass-produced, frozen, reheated, thrown onto a plate, da-da-da. Okay, so that's your Busch Light. That's your Michelob Ultra. That's your starter light beer. Okay, you go up a step. You start looking at Blue Moon. You start looking at Fat Tire.
Yeah.
You start looking at even start of like some of the
Henry's Weinhardt.
Henry Weinhardt's, or even
Half
some of the like the
Woodmere Half.
Woodmere Half. Yeah.
Yeah.
You start looking at that. That is the equivalent of like going to a Wendy's or an In-N-Out or something like
Taco
that.
Bell.
Well, maybe a step above Taco Bell. Maybe Taco Time.
No, Taco Time's horrible.
Crispy burrito rocks.
No,
Yes.
I think Taco Time's pretty regional though. I don't know.
Yeah, Taco Time's regional. It's an Oregon thing. But it's McDonald's versus Jack in the Box. It's this versus that.
Yeah.
And so you've stepped up in quality. You've stepped up a little bit in price. Maybe you're paying $8 for a 6-pack instead of $9 for a 12-pack.
Yeah.
And you're happy. It tastes good. It tastes better.
It tastes better.
It feels like you spent your money better.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you go to a Red Robin, and now we're getting into like the Deschutes and the Lagunitas and the Worthy Brewing and
The bigger craft
the
beers.
bigger craft
Dogfish
beers.
Head.
Dogfish, Ninkasi.
Ninkasi.
The beers that are always in the craft beer section, and you go, what the heck is Dawn of the Red?
They're they're like the first one right next to the domestics.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's your like, I'm going to Red Robin. I'm going to a Buffalo Wild Wings and whatnot. That's what that is. Okay.
A franchised restaurant.
Then I go to a steakhouse, and that's what this is.
Yes.
And so you really do have tiers, and you have tiers for both pricing, quality, taste, quality control, everything down the line. And you can also compare it of going into a Walmart versus going into a micro center.
Yeah.
You're going to find better stuff, more relevant, more refined, purpose-built, purpose-carried stuff in a micro center than you are at a Walmart.
Yeah.
And when you get into the mass-produced stuff like Bud, Busch, Miller, Coors, Corona, you go down the list, it's made to be as high volume and as high profit as possible, and therefore lower quality ingredients.
So, and then your local brewery would be like a food cart.
Right.
Essentially.
Yeah, your little taco cart.
Your little taco cart. It's a hit and miss, but then you might find that gem that's producing
Belgian Underground.
Belgian Under, or you might find a great notion that's like it's producing the best Thai you've ever had, and there's a line around the block all the time for that food cart.
Yep.
You know, type of thing. But then you might find one that totally gives you diarrhea,
right?
And that's a Seven Brides.
Yes.
Or a Gilgamesh, right?
Gilgamesh.
Although, so today while shopping I had to go look for some more 100-calorie or less beers. Gilgamesh did release...
Because he was running out.
I was running out. I have to drink something. I'm gonna drink something. I'm so sorry. It's very frustrating.
You found a Gilgamesh that was a diet Gilgamesh?
No, I wish, but no, they had.
I wish.
Well, just to try it.
How bad are they that you wish that Gilgamesh made something for you?
Just like, well, actually, the other bad part is it's hard to find. Again, this is going to be my conclusion video. It's been hard to find a variety.
Yeah.
Is the thing. But no, there was one that, remember that black tea I brought in? Mm-hmm. So they make barrel-aged red old-fashioned ale. Right? That just sounds, I would try that. Then I picked up the bottle, and there's just floaties all over in the bottle. And it's a brand new bottle. I was like,
You're not turning me off yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Could be good. Could be malt still brewing, but then it made it look like there was still active yeast in it. And then the sweetness is going away now because it's eating all the leftover sugar. But the idea of a malty red being aged in whiskey barrels with bitters in it.
Yeah.
I was like, that sounds good. I want to try that on Jeff's show.
Yeah.
So I might go back, buy one again.
Totally would.
And bring it during April.
Yep. Record wants to know if I have a P.O. box, and Skull posted it there. It's in most of my live shows. I don't know if it's part of the boilerplate in this live show, but I will make sure it gets there. So.
You could just send stuff to me.
Right. Yeah, just to his house.
Just to my house.
Yeah.
That's the best part is I'm that desperate. I will give you my home address.
No one's gonna stalk John anymore.
No one's gonna stalk me anyway.
Are you going home or are you going to pull up a chair?
Yeah.
No, there's no chair out here.
There's black chairs up in the living room. You can grab one if you want.
I like being the outside.
The outside guy.
It's a little weird
I'm
though.
the outside voice.
Because I keep having to do this.
I you can ignore me.
Yeah. Alan wants John's opinion on the Sonic movie becoming successful.
I have no opinion. I haven't watched it yet.
Right, I haven't watched it yet either. Like I said, I was shocked and appalled that it's even halfway decent.
I think I'm. There's a couple things so far of what I know about it. One, I'm glad that there was an uproar and legitimate uproar of the design, and the studio listened. I'm very pleased about that, and I'm pleased that fans then went and they said, "Hey, look, we had to dump extra money in here,"
right?
And they responded and said, "Now we're gonna go."
Yeah.
So that's great. That has nothing to do with the movie in general, just the movie industry. When fans uproar, and if you change it, we will, for the better, we will follow. It to me it just looks like a happy, friendly kid movie. I wouldn't call it a video game movie.
It reminds me of like a Friendly Paul.
Possibly, Paul the comedian. To me, it really reminds me, just from the trailers, again, haven't seen it, of that movie Hop, which stars the exact same guy, has a very similar premise of where he finds a mythical animated creature and has to help him escape something.
Yeah. The world is going to be destroyed unless you...
Yeah,
okay, let's get in the
Easter.
car.
Yeah, exactly. There's a whole chase where there's one scene. He freaks out. Oh, what is this? A talking rabbit. Oh, a talking hedgehog. I'm going to shoot it. All of those scenes happen in Hop. So it's just the 2020 version of Hop.
Yeah.
So, which my wife likes rabbits, so we saw it. And I was like, it's a cute movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had.
I will say I had to watch Romeo and Juliet in
Oh
theaters.
gosh, I feel sorry for that.
Theaters? Oh,
My wife wanted to see it, so
Yeah.
we went and watched Romeo and Juliet.
I
I'd
couldn't stand
Netflix
that
that all day. No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even Netflix it.
My 3-year-old son wouldn't even.
Diet John, Hidden Steve. Ain't that the truth? Actually, I will say this has kind of mellowed out that middle aftertaste.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think once you get kind of past it, if you don't think about it, it's not too bad. But
And it raised the ABV at least 1%.
there you go.
So
There has been a couple of good ones. No,
Look,
actually,
Talking
there's only been
Heads.
like 2 good ones that I found that are liked.
yeah.
That's the problem. That's again why I haven't produced more videos.
Yeah.
Is usually I buy duplicates of these beers.
Yeah.
And I'll drink 1 or 2 before because I don't want to give a blind opinion on this.
Yep.
And the third one, it's like, there's nothing to talk about.
I do something very similar on this show, where usually if you see me open a can, or a bottle or something like
Yeah.
that, I bought it in a 4-pack. And what I will do is I will have one with dinner. And I'll have that beer and I'll think about that beer and I'll explore kind of the flavors of it and whatnot and think about how would I review this.
Yeah.
I'll then have that beer in a video that I shoot. So one of my normal review or build videos or something like that. Then I'll have the remaining 2 cans on Talking Heads and I can get someone else's opinion trying it live and go, well, did you find this flavor? And they go, oh yeah, I kind of found this, but did you find this? Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
And so that's, we do kind of a similar process there.
So, who is it?
Becky says she owns Romeo and Juliet.
So bad.
Record Needle, what's the worst alcohol you've tasted? Oh, would you like to know?
Pabst Blue Ribbon Whiskey.
I have, that's close. I have a video on this.
Oh no.
It was my 2020 video. You can go watch it. That's Mad Dog 2020.
Oh, the Mad Dog 2020.
Mad Dog
Yeah.
2020 is probably some of the worst, if not the worst alcohol I've ever had.
I've had Mad Dog 2020. I put the Pabst Blue Ribbon on the gold pedestal.
Yeah, I mean,
That is my number one worst thing I've ever put in my mouth.
I think that's pretty close. The MD.
The MD.
MD 2020 is
Because
a
I,
close
brought, I brought it over one
MD
time.
2020's
Yeah.
got the silver medal.
Those were pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Those are bad.
Yeah.
And it's even worse because it's only $2.99 a bottle.
Right.
A close third is Teacher's Scotch, which I had.
I've never
I
had.
don't know if they make it anymore. I had it like.
I don't know that I've had that. I've had a couple of bad scotches.
It was dirt cheap Scotch.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for it being.
Because it tasted like dirt.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
It's probably way up there with those.
Real earthy. Did they have to leave the rocks in it?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm. All right.
No one drinks. Well, Alan, we've already been over this. Yes, we agree that Stone Cold drinks beer awesome, but he already approved of me drinking his beer.
Yep.
So, I'm like second.
Yes.
Best.
It snuggles the pain into your body. Old smuggler. Okay. That's half hour in already.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. It's amazing what we can do when we don't have any agenda to keep.
I
to.
actually did have 2 non-malware related beer news
Totally.
we could have talked
Let's-
about, but I put it on the notes, but you don't have a laptop here.
I don't. You know what? I can look it up if you
Yeah,
want to.
look at it. I mean, it was just too quick
Yeah.
if we had something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I remember it. This is actually pretty interesting news. We talked about I forget which company, but it's like they were doing Keurig for liquor cocktails.
Yeah.
So they are now going to Golden Road Brewery, which is a Anheuser-Busch owned.
Yes.
They are a California-based brewery. Are releasing pods to make their beer. So you can get essentially Keurig beer pods.
Instant.
Instant.
Okay.
Instant.
Because that's been the thing.
You pop the pod in and you hit go
Steve, go get a chair.
and you
I can't. My wife's already online.
Okay. Busted. Oh, that's funny.
yeah, well that means she's already hearing you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm running late.
I'm on my way.
Steve, just put your whiskey glass down. We can finish it off for you. It's not a big deal. So that's been the big thing with the beer at home, like Keurig instant kind of
Yeah.
thing, is You can make beer at home, Keurig style. You just put this giant container into your thing that's 3 times the size of a Keurig and wait 4 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. It's brew your own beer. It was Keurig. After 2 weeks, you'll get your beer.
Yeah.
No. Well, this is supposed to be essentially a pod that looks like probably maybe 2 Tic Tac cases.
Right.
You pop it in, and it makes 12 ounces, which
Okay.
is, or 14 ounces. 14
yeah,
hours of
yeah.
a draft. It's 4 of their wheat beers.
Okay.
So they're all wheat based. They didn't say though what the alcohol was.
Yeah.
Which then makes me think: is it non-alcoholic flavor?
Is it the powdered alcohol?
Is it the powdered alcohol? Is
Yeah.
it distilled alcohol? And essentially, you're just adding carbonated water.
That's
Yeah.
my guess.
That's what my guess is too. I think it's probably just distilled syrup.
Yeah.
That with liquor in it, and then
Yeah.
and artificial hot flavoring.
That's what I'm afraid of.
And then
So we have a couple good comments. Why You Came says, Rogue closed all their pubs for the time being. Go out and buy some Rogue and keep those guys going. I live in San Diego, but my heart is in Newport. I honestly think San Diego is probably a great sister city for Newport, Oregon. Obviously, they're vastly different sizes, but community-wise and like way of living-wise, they're kind of the same.
yeah.
If I'm being honest. I feel very much the same when I'm walking through those 2 cities. Vastly different, but on the beach, it's kind of the same attitude when I'm walking through there. So I get you. I get you totally. And yeah, go buy some Rogue because they're one of one of the largest Oregon breweries.
Yeah.
But one of the
Big staples too.
one of the big staples, one of the ones that makes pretty much everything. It's actually Rogue Ales and Spirits because they make ciders and they make
Hard liquor.
hard
gins,
liquor,
whiskeys.
gins, whiskeys, vodkas, etc. Actually, really good gin. I was
Yeah.
really surprised by their gin. And just about every variety of beer that you can think of, plus really freaking good fish and chips because they're in Newport.
Yeah.
So yeah, go buy some Rogue. And then the other comment that kind of made me laugh, Skull says, I'm not sure Rogue is struggling. I don't think they're struggling either because,
No.
like I said, they're one of the biggest ones. Record says, have you seen Parks and Rec? And if so, do you agree with Ron Swanson? My agreement with Ron Swanson is when he says he's trying to order breakfast. And he says, do you have this? No, I don't have that. Do you have this? No, you don't. Okay. Do you have eggs? Yeah, okay. Okay, bring me all the eggs you have. He goes, okay. He goes, wait, I'm afraid what you heard me say is bring me a lot of eggs. What I said is bring me all the eggs you have.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
That is totally me. In terms of beer, both cities are good, and we love San Diego breweries. What is the...
Well, Stone's from San Diego.
Stone's in San Diego.
Yeah.
Anaheim Brewing's actually in San Diego, believe it or not.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's
it's not an Anaheim brewery. It's a
Ballast Point.
Ballast Point,
Ballast
San
Point,
Diego. Yeah.
Who just became craft again.
Dead Guy Whiskey is incredible. Yeah, I actually just finished off last week my my Rogue Stouted Thunder whiskey, which is the Imperial Thunder Stout mixed with the Rogue whiskey
Oh, yeah.
barrels. So they aged the stout in the whiskey barrels and the whiskey in the stout barrels.
Oh, that's the 2020?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was 2019.
Or,
I got
or
it last year.
2019.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Now, record want to know if you believe in Ron Swanson's choice of liquor.
see, Ron is all about
Lagavulin.
Scotch.
Yeah.
Yavelin.
Yeah.
Lavalin. Ron really likes Scotch. I believe whiskey is a lot broader than just Scotch. I do enjoy a good Scotch. Lavalin's a great Isla Scotch, which means it's a very smoky, peaty kind of Scotch. I tend to go more Highland when I go Scotches, which is a little bit more of the mossy, grassy, earthy kind of taste, less of the smoke on a Scotch. But I also tend to drift more towards the ryes, towards the American ryes, which is just straight up rye whiskey. So he's on the right track, but I'd lean more rye.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Why you came? We've got Stone, Green Flash, Ballast Point, and Alesmith. Well, you don't have Green Flash.
Yeah.
I thought
They're
Flash closed.
They're close.
Yeah, they're close.
So you don't have
But
that.
they also have Belching Beaver. Belching Beaver.
Belgium,
right.
yeah. So
Forgot about
replace
that.
that. But and Alesmith is good too.
Yep. Alesmith's very good.
Yeah.
That was the other one I was trying to think of.
So there was one more we can do.
Yeah.
Really quickly. Oh yes. So there is something new that I'm going to be looking for, and it's not seltzer, and it's not beer.
It's both.
It's both. Leinenkugel is, if you don't know who they are, they have a lot of these shandies.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Wisconsin. How I loathe you.
They're coming out with a low calorie, 93, but not before I get it,
Hey, you can have it.
Hey, we just gonna put a beer in a seltzer, eh?
That's pretty much what it is. They're just taking beer and seltzer and just doing this. And then, so you're getting a 4.2%, 93 calorie, they're calling it Spritzen. It's half seltzer, half beer.
Yep.
By Molson Coors. So look for that coming this summer.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so bringing it.
I'm going to close that. That's about it.
Yep, and that was it for the beer news.
Yep. Windows 10 Linux kernel is going to be available for all as of the next update.
Ooh.
That's the one bit of not human malware news that I have.
Yeah.
Although this is probably giving me malware as we speak.
I licked the rim before you came to. Mm-hmm. That wasn't can sweat. That was saliva.
And I love how no matter how well I pronounce a Scotch, there's always someone who tries to go Lagavulin.
Yeah.
Lagavulin.
Whatever. You would know more than me.
It gets pronounced differently the amount of times you drink it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Jeff, do you recall the first time you met Steve and or John?
Even I can recall that for Jeff.
Yep. Yep.
But if you'd like to say, that's fine.
Met John in a band, and I met Steve at a poker party.
Yep, at my house.
Yep. Yep.
I think that was also the first time you brought VR.
Yes.
I think that was.
That's why we hit it off, because
we sat there and got sick off of Jeff.
Me and Jeff were talking about VR for the whole time and not paying attention to poker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we kept like, it's your bet, come on. And then they're like, yeah, we're out. And they started playing VR. I'm like, I'm getting sick.
Except me, who's going, this is freaking amazing. Why isn't anyone on this?
Yeah. This is so cool, guys. What, you had some space simulator?
I had two games that I brought. So I had an Alienware 11X, which is like a little tiny 11-inch laptop with a GT 330 graphics card. To tell you how good the VR was back then. It was running at about 45 hertz. I had an Oculus Rift Dk2. I had the camera, or no, that was the Dk1.
Yeah.
That was the Dk1.
Yeah.
That's right.
It was one of the early
it was the first model.
Because it wasn't positionally tracked. It was just rotation.
Yeah.
And so I had two games that I brought. One of them was a space flight simulator, and so I had a joystick. So you sit down, and as long as you're sitting there with the joystick and you're not moving your head other than like this, you're totally fine. As soon as you do this,
you're screwed.
The computer doesn't know that you did this, and so your viewpoint remains there. Now, if you've ever done that in real life, you've probably vomited.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So I brought that game, and so they're like trying to like dogfight these guys in space and whatnot, and they're doing pretty well, just doing like this kind of number, and then all of a sudden someone go like this and literally like fall over.
Oh yeah. And at the same time, dude, during poker, I mean, we're drinking.
We're drinking too, right? And then I also brought a driving game, which was like just basically a tech demo, where you're in a car and I didn't have a steering wheel or anything. It was just I just gave you like an Xbox controller, and so it was basically like go, stop, and turn, and that's all the controls were. And you're driving along, and we had a loop-de-loop, and we had some jumps and everything, and you can like turn around and see the back of the car. And by the way, in like 2013 or 12 or 11 when this was, that was freaking mind-blowing.
I mean, yeah, it was the idea behind it was great.
Right.
And we were all like, yeah, bring it. It's going to be awesome.
Right. But I'm one who just doesn't get sick in VR.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, guys, this is freaking great. John, have you tried this? And he's like 30 seconds in and he goes, get it off.
Jeff, this is cool, but I just can't take it.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, we met because of playing music, drinking, playing poker.
Yep. And if you've ever watched the show, you'll know Jeff has a very common story. Probably like the first day Jeff and I met, And then he'll say, "Hey, John, come over. I hear you homebrew." And then he constantly talks about my strawberry blonde ale, the second beer I've ever brewed, and he still makes fun of me today. He's like, "Yeah, John, you brew beer now, huh? Is it that strawberry blonde beer you gave me?" Kaplunk.
So he comes over, and it's just him. It's not even him and his wife. It's just him. And we invited them both over, and he's like, "Nah, she's staying home." And we're like, "Okay, cool. Well, we'll have dinner and whatnot." So it's me and my wife and John.
Yeah.
I don't have any kids. He doesn't have any kids. And whatnot. So we're sitting there, and he's like, "Yeah, so I brew my own beer," and he's like really proud of it. And he's got
My
like
IPA tasted good.
but he's got like a 6-pack and like 6 bottles, and they're obviously home brewed. And he goes, "Yeah, so I brewed like the strawberry blonde ale," and so he pops the top off, and he goes like this, and nothing comes out. And then he goes, and a whole strawberry goes, and the beer kind of goes right after it.
And it just foams up. It's been overcarbonated.
It pours a head about that tall because that's what John does.
Still get that joke.
Right.
Yeah, it's for effect, Jeff. Everyone knows it's for effect. I still get mocked on my channel for that. Like,
I know.
your head's too... It's for effect, people! Come on!
You never seen a beer commercial before?
Yeah!
What you need to get is the gelatin spray bottle so you can like get the drops
Yeah,
caramelizing
I
in the
actually
glass.
thought about doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna go get was it How to Drink or whatever. He has that light on his table.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna go get that.
Oh, How to Drink?
Yeah, How to Drink. How to Drink.
Yeah. Yeah. Good old Greg. Yep. No, that's how John and I met. He brewed terrible beer and I beat him at poker.
I think I won one game out of like
You might have.
I don't remember how many.
No, I think I did pretty good.
You usually did pretty
I
good.
usually do pretty good.
Yeah.
I know I finished in the money on that one.
Yeah, usually those are fun times.
Yeah.
I miss those times.
Yep.
Now we're too busy.
Now we're too busy. Unfortunately. We've got our lives. Now we're just drinking beer in our own homes with a camera in front of us.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. What's next? What is next?
I don't know.
I've been on the air almost 3 hours without talking about Star Trek, and I'm literally like starting to itch.
You're
because-
starting to itch.
I haven't watched the latest episode, so.
Oh, this is what gets him to leave.
You were trying to.
No.
I was waiting to open the
he was-
Palabra.
Oh, I thought you wanted the
Well, that
Lagunitas
too,
song. But he's still got way more to go.
Yeah,
look at that. This Corona's delicious.
I bet.
That's horrible.
Hey, you can.
I'll try it.
Yeah.
And now you have the Corona.
Yeah. Now you have the Corona.
That's not.
The drain's hooked up, so go for it. Yeah. The drain actually works out. The water is not.
Oh, okay. So
It's 50%, so it
I
drains.
don't want to wash your golden glasses anyway.
Yeah.
So do you want to make a cocktail, or are you going to open the parabola and then just make me watch you drink it while I have absolutely nothing to drink? I don't care. It's your parabola. I don't care. Technically, I can have a sip because that was only 95.
That channel is
calories.
awesome. Would be cool if you got him on here. Are you talking about How to Drink with Greg? I'm actually talking to him about possibly going to New York and doing something. I kind of floated it out to him.
I mean, it would be cool if he was on my channel, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it'd totally be cool if he was on yours. Yeah. Okay, I need a stout glass.
I've never, although I've never seen him do anything with beer,
Yeah, a little nice.
or if he does, it's usually a domestic.
He's done the flip before.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
But has he done it with like just a domestic?
No, he did it with a hearty stout.
Oh, okay.
So wait, what are you gonna drink, John?
Nothing.
Yeah. Well,
2020 Firestone Parabola. Just for you.
I'm not sharing my bottles.
Oh my god.
You guys all suck.
That might be better than the 18. And the 18 was pretty
This
freaking good.
actually gets I think like a 439.
that's about right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're lucky because I almost bought you the chili. There was a chili one, and I know you hate chili.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the chili.
See this face? Not entertained.
British ale yeast. Yeah. Only 3,000 cases produced.
It's got a great coffee bourbony.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Very light on the
This
coffee.
is a very family-friendly show. Otherwise, privately, I would so be screwing you guys.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I'm not just saying that to get in John's head either. That's.
No, I know it's good. That's why I bought 2 bottles.
It looks like pouring tar. Yeah.
It's delicious.
Oh, that's good. You're more than welcome to open whatever that is.
You know, I'm getting a little bit of black licorice in the back end too. Just like after it coats my tongue, you know, just a tiny bit of that.
Yeah, I get that.
Just slightly after.
I get that.
Yeah.
Very dark chocolate. Not extreme coffee on the flavor, but
No, not
kind of.
extreme, but slight, I think the roasty coffee notes.
It's
just
a
comes
little
from the dark
roasty.
roast,
Yeah,
not from any coffee that's added.
that's at least 45 calories that you just shoved up your nose.
I wouldn't be surprised if a sip was 125
I just can't
calories.
wait for John's final review of his diet beers, and he lost 0 weight, all for nothing.
Why? Take a bottle, smash it. Screw this channel. and then it fades into just me in the corner drinking it.
You with the champagne bottle in the shower.
Yeah, and a bucket of KFC.
It didn't work.
Mashed potatoes.
I've been there. This diet is stupid. And this is like a Saw movie. John is getting tortured. Surely he could at least smell it.
I can smell it.
John gets a scratch and sniff.
Yeah. It's like that Parks and Rec where they just spray the whiskey in Ron's hand.
Yeah.
What is this?
My favorite is, would you like to try our vegan bacon? It's 100% meatless. Yes, I'd
Yes.
love to try one.
Another, please.
Another, please. So good. So good. And not just because John is sitting next to me. This is legit.
Hey, next time I'm on, I get to drink whatever I want.
My fridge is open, good sir.
Screw the fridge. I'm looking at the liquor.
That's open too. Tell you what, cocktails, April 1st.
April 1st.
April 1st,
There
cocktail
we
day.
go.
We'll make it a cocktail show.
Yeah.
Another martini?
Which one was that? Oh wait,
Because
this
those
one.
are really good. I like how Steve is still here and
I
just
know.
helping himself to my liquor at
this
this point.
This is for John. This is for John.
I can't drink any of it.
No, a tiny bit. You
I
can
can't
have
drink any of
This
it.
has got like zero calories.
I can't drink any of it.
Someone says the sad part is the images show.
That's funny. That's funny.
Join the Discord, get in on the jokes. Oh, that's amazing.
That's-
Civil, you.
Screw you.
I'm going to vote that up with a hops. Oh, that's good.
If you haven't joined Jeff's Discord yet, and if you want to make fun of me more, it's a minimum of $1 donation.
Who doesn't?
If not more, and all the money does go back into this channel. It is not just the beer, it is actually more the tech and related stuff. Lights, atmosphere, keyboards, mouse, content, not just the review beer stuff. Most of the time, actually, we provide you with beer, or you go and do that on your own.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
you are pretty well secured in knowing that it actually is going into do the actual budget of the videos.
That is absolutely right. It's what keeps this channel going. It's what helps improve the quality of the channel. It's you know how I bought cameras and lights and everything else to start up. Plus, it brings you some of the weird abstract projects like the Tesla Grid gaming cloud server and the Opteron X89 motherboard. Because that was weird as hell, and I would have never bought that otherwise.
And you get to talk to myself, Steve, who's hidden over here in the corner, and Rhett.
Drinking my whiskey.
Yeah.
I was gonna pour
was
it for
pouring
John,
for-
but he says he didn't want it.
No,
so
That's what he wanted to say.
Yeah.
I didn't have it. I had it before. It's delicious.
Get
So-
made fun of on the server. Join in on the fun. $1 per month. Yep, I think the link is down in the video description. If not, it'll be there after the show. I'll make sure it's there. But it really does help out the channel. Patreon's actually it's fighting for the number 2 spot as far as my overall revenue for this channel goes. Which is pretty insane because you guys are amazing. My Patreon well outshoots my weight as far as YouTube goes, as far as when I look at other YouTubers with Patreons and things like that. You guys are totally invested, and I love it, and I thank you for it. And I hope you are getting something out of it that is worth you guys paying the money for, because that is my goal of the patron.
Yeah, well, it's a great channel too, is the thing, and I say this all the time, but it actually is really true. Is a lot of Patreon channels that I want. It's like 1 to 2 channels, 1 to 2 groups. Hey, we talk about this, and then the group chat you're in is so broad. You're like, hey, I thought we were talking about this, and they spear off into a secondary subject. There are so many sub-channels within your channel that it's so easy to navigate through, and you find almost your little community within the big community.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's like tech. There is the standard craft computing tech all around. Hey, everyday talking. There's a Talking Heads. Every time Talking Heads is live, or what should we talk about in the next episode?
Yep.
There is food, alcohol, beverage related channel. There's a car channel.
My favorite personally.
There is a trade or possibly buy and sell. There is a communications or networking as far as computer networking stuff. There is meme wars. There's a whole joke channel of just, hey, post funny stuff you saw throughout the day. Music, movies and pop culture.
Home Lab, FreeNAS, Proxmox, virtualization tutorials, all that kind of stuff. And it's not just me answering questions. It's a lot of people in the community that are there as well.
Yeah.
It really is a great community. And there's quite a few IT professionals who are there, not just myself. So it really is a great place to join in. And it does help keep the lights on around here, quite literally.
There's a channel dedicated to just making fun of John, but he doesn't know that.
He doesn't know about it.
He's
Yeah.
him.
Everyone's invited but him.
It's funny because I'm the one who makes fun of me the most.
No, you're not.
No, that's true.
Alright, I gotta go. I'm gonna sign off.
All right, see ya.
Later on, Steve.
Bye, everybody.
Now that it's an hour later.
Yeah,
Didn't your show end at 7?
yeah, whatever.
Would I give that Opteron to a bum on the street? If anyone wants it, maybe. But trust me, you don't want it. Trust me, you do not want it. Yeah. This is really good. I want this. Would you like a little sip?
I cannot have a little sip.
I know, stay strong, brother. Stay strong. My goal was to break you tonight.
Yeah, I heard.
Mm-hmm.
I, as an awesome friend, bring you this wonderful beer, and what do
And
you
I
do
open
with
it in front of you.
Yes. Oh, God, that smells good.
Uh-huh. There's probably a little residue. You can probably... So good.
Yeah.
So good. What's next?
We got an hour left.
Yeah, we got an hour left.
Well, actually, we only have 30 minutes left, because then we're going to go into Picard the
That's
last
right.
30 minutes.
That's right. Bye, Steve. Miss you. Oh, hey, John. Perfect. 9 forwards where hops and brews can't go. Oh, 9 forward.
Oh, 9 forward.
9
okay,
forward.
that's the channel where
Yeah.
everyone makes fun.
Yeah, 9 forward. Okay. Yeah, we got 30 minutes before we can start talking Star Trek.
We got Rye for good morning from lockdown Belgium.
Hello in Belgium.
Hello.
Good morning. What is it, like 8 in the morning there? 7 in the morning? Something like that? No, it'd be earlier than that. 6 in the morning. 6 in the morning in Belgium, right? I think.
Let us know.
Yeah. New TV show, Breaking John.
I only have 12 more days. 12 more days.
I love that on day 3 you were already complaining though.
Oh my gosh, it's been a weird journey. And it's like there are days I'm completely fine with it. I'm like, oh, I got this. Yeah. And then the governor comes on and the president comes on. You're on lockdown. I don't got this. I need to drink.
Right.
You know.
And to be clear, I know you work kind of the same way as me. We go in kind of like spurts of how often we drink and how many days a week we drink. One of the frustrating things on my channel is because everyone always sees me with a beer in my hand. I get called the alcoholic. I get called the drunkard. I get called the whatever. I bet I'm gonna blow a .06 if I went and tried my breathalyzer.
Yeah. No, it's
you know,
not,
wait 20 minutes so the alcohol leaves my mouth. But...
It's not that I drink a lot. It's It's now that I don't even have the option.
Right. Right.
That's what's frustrating. Is I come home and I have this meal and I have a beer literally staring at me. So those, again, if you're not on Jeff's channel, I posted a picture. I have a picture of, I bought a brand new a double door large fridge. All of my beers, all my rare beers, are just staring at me.
Glass windows
are just staring at me in my face every day I go into the garage.
And I know John is sitting on the glass doors going.
Yeah, I'm just licking the glass, and it's like I didn't even clean it yet. And so it's just torture knowing that, like, oh, I got this steak and I got the perfect stout to go with it, or a burger and a perfect IPA. Nope, can't have that. And then the beers. The light beers I do have, okay, technically this IPA should go with this burger. What is this? This Budweiser has more flavor than this. I would rather be drinking...
Right.
No, not Bud Light Orange, but still.
Close. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not that we drink excessively. We don't.
No, we don't.
I can count on one hand the number of times I got drunk beyond the level of being able to drive, and I mean legally, like 0.08 on one hand last year. And probably 4 of them were like really, really late at night, and it's like, yeah, I'll have one more drink.
Yeah, and you're home.
Right.
And you're home, and you're in your own bed or couch, and you're like, look, I've either had a really good day with my family, and it's the weekend, I got the next day off or something, I can do this.
I will say, by the end of this beer, it's going to take me over that .08.
Probably.
So count, I guess this is number 2 for me.
Yeah. So.
But it's like, yeah, we drink almost every day, because I drink probably between 5 and 6 days a week.
Yeah.
1 day a week, which is Wednesdays, I will have 2 drinks a day.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Well, so that was the thing with my video that I'm trying to do, is that, okay, at most, I will ever probably have 2 beers a day. I average that. And, you know, you're talking a light session beer and then maybe a 6-7% beer at the end, something like that. So I gave myself, okay, the whole idea of this premise was, can I substitute low-calorie, these sessionable beers that they're portraying or advertising as being, you can replace your beers with this. Can I do that? On my average, I'm allowed 2 a day. I don't have to drink 2 a day, and 90% of the time, I don't drink 2 a day.
Because the first one sucks.
And that actually finds out.
Who would have thought that drinking nothing but light beer sucks for a month?
Right?
When you say it like that, you sound stupid, don't you?
It's an interesting. I'm trying to go with how they're advertising these beers, though. They're advertising them as you want to drink your beer? Here's a beer you can drink.
Yep.
No. Yep. You can't. You cannot do this so far.
Alan says, they don't say moderation is key for nothing. Alcohol is only bad if you abuse it.
Yes.
And that's exactly right. They say you can drink a glass of wine per night every day until the day you die, from the age of 21 to the age of 89. And
it actually even helps your heart the older you get.
Right. They say the same thing about beer. If you have a 12 or 16 ounce pint of beer, that's 7% on average, or a glass of wine, that's 12%. That's okay.
I think the big judgment, though, is actually most people, when they say beer, they think domestic Budweiser, Coors.
That's not beer.
And that's not beer. I mean, there is a guy who's literally going on Lent to just drinking beers, but he's drinking specific beers. He's not just chugging a case of Bud Light.
Yeah.
He's drinking large German wheat style, Belgian wheat style beers with nutrition behind them.
Bread with beer in it.
Yes, essentially that's what it is.
Yeah.
And so those are other beers out there that you have that one. It actually is healthier for you.
Look at the beers consumed tonight. 8, 7, 14, 5. Uh-oh. Hey, this one's 4.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one's 0.
Yeah, and I had half of this, and I added a 1.5 to it.
Yeah, you didn't even eat. So you're probably still at that 4.5 total.
Right, total. Yeah. Not even that. That's probably 3.5 for the ounces that I got. But.
And probably only 30. Well, you had the shot in there calories, so you're probably at the 90.
This is getting me there.
Oh, I bet.
I will say this one's starting to stack up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, what's better, Bud Light Lime or Bud Light Lime? Lime was better.
Lime
was so much better.
Lime.
At least it smelled like candied lime.
Which smells less like...
Lime. That's basically what it came down to, was orange.
Would you rather have bear scat or cat scat? Well, I think I'd choose bear. It's a little bit meatier. There's a little bit of substance to it. It's not completely digested, whereas cat, it's just like these...
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't know who we're talking about.
People think that way when the guy buys 30-pack of beer and it lasts one day. And the rate at which I get called an alcoholic, my favorite response is, if you're calling me an alcoholic and you knew what I did for a living. I am a systems administrator, manager of 7 people. I regularly service about 3,000 individual clients across about 12 different remote sites, server admin, backups, networking, WAN connections, dark fiber, lit fiber, everything. For a day job, I have 2 kids and a wife who I spend time with every single day. I read my kids' stories for bed every single night. I also film this show about 30 hours per week. Wednesdays is the only day I don't read my kids' bedtime stories. And I'm able to produce content like this every single week.
So I think you're allowed 1 drink a day.
You don't know what the word alcoholic means.
Yeah.
An alcoholic would not be able to do YouTube like Jeff does. Exactly.
Yeah.
And not just be able to do YouTube. I work a full-time job on the side. Like you don't understand what alcoholic means.
Yes.
And it's incredibly frustrating and incredibly insulting when those comments come across, because I am the furthest thing from an alcoholic.
Yeah, just because you have a beer on the show doesn't mean anything.
Right, just because I drink beer or drink a whiskey or drink this or drink that. What's funny about the video coming out tomorrow? I filmed that across 3 days, but I wore the same shirt every day for continuity's sake.
Oh. Yeah.
And so the first shot, I'm drinking a 10% beer, and then in the next shot, I have my...
So it looks like you have 3 drinks?
Yeah, no, the final shot I shot without a drink because I went, okay, this might be excessive and someone's going to catch on. But yeah, no, I have a... what was it? It was a... what was the beer that I had? It was thick, it was hearty, it was, I think, an 11%er. I'm forgetting what it was. Is it down there?
Goose Island?
No, it wasn't down there. It wasn't a Goose Island. It was a Belgian-style Abbey.
Oh. Was it 3 Monks or whatever?
No, it was Monkless.
Monkless.
Poor pitiful me.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
11.5%, 12%, something like that. A lot of floaties, a lot of active yeast.
Oh, yeah. Typical Belgian.
Exactly. Typical Belgian. Phenomenal beer. And then the build went sideways. And so I poured myself some Michter's 100% rye, which is a 94% or 94 proof rye and whatnot. And then I went to shoot the third and final outro of the video, and I'm like, I gotta wear the same shirt because I want the video to look continuous,
yeah.
and whatnot. And I'm like, I shouldn't drink another one, even though it's a new day.
Yeah. No, they would put there like, you had 3, and we don't believe editing. It's like, there's the beauty of editing.
Yeah.
I mean, even my shows, it's like, I have a beer channel. I only do 2 beers a week.
Right.
Right. Although I've never been called an alcoholic, I've been called an idiot.
Oh, just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait. Well, idiot. That's true.
Yeah. So Alan did say if he likes Corona, is he evil? Yes. That is the definition of evil. It smells. It's stinky.
Yep.
There was another one up there. I think we missed it. There was a question.
Also, you wore the same shirt for 3 days in a row. Must be a homeschool mom. No, actually, I only wore that shirt during filming. I got home, took off my shirt, put on a new shirt, came downstairs and filmed.
I've had to do that a few times for like, oh, the audio was off or something. It's like, I put that shirt back on.
Yep.
And yeah.
Sometimes I don't worry about it. I've even gotten a haircut in the middle of a video before. That's the fun one. Yeah. I think the definition should state preoccupation with getting intoxicated. Yeah.
Well, I always find it funny too is the fact that like almost all the critique that you get about it, it's not even you being the first response back. It's someone says, The word craft is in his name, and his logo is part of a beer bottle.
Did you not see the logo that pops up in every single video that is a beer glass being filled like a battery?
Yeah, it's like hello? What did you...
So unprofessional.
I know. They could have put a water bottle.
I'm in my late 30s. I can drink a beer if I want.
No, you're not. You're in your mid-30s.
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 Mid-30s. It feels older every day, man.
I know.
Yep. I was in... it's really funny because when I go to the grocery store and I'm buying beer, it's 50-50 on whether or not I'm going to get carded anymore, especially because the gray and the beard's coming out.
I know, it's just like...
And
bags under my eyes.
So anyway, the guy scanned, and he's looking at it, and it's not one that he recognized. I got a cold brew nitro beer.
Oh yeah.
So it's cold brew coffee with a nitro.
Nice. Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Like tastes like a latte.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So good. But anyway, he scans it, and he thought it was just like an energy drink or something like that. So he scans it, and he goes, boop, and he's looking at it, and he looks at me, and he looks at that, and he goes, oh, that has alcohol in it. Oh, okay. And he looks at that, and he looks up at me. He looks back down. He looks up at me, and I've already got my ID out, and I'm holding my wallet like this. And he goes, "Can I see your?" I said, "Here you go." And he goes, "Oh, okay, cool, thanks. I didn't know that had alcohol in it. Sorry." And then when so he types in my number. There's like this 70-year-old dude in line behind me, and he goes, "Before long, they're gonna stop checking."
Yeah, I know. I get every now and then like, "Yeah, you're fine." I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh.
What was really funny is...
It's always like a young kid, too. That's what...
No, what was really, really funny is when I was in my early 20s, I didn't get carded. I would walk in at 22 years old and not get carded.
Oh, yeah. I would not get carded either at like 23, 24.
Right. And then all of a sudden, about 25, I started getting carded again. And I got carded till about 29. And then all of a sudden at 29, it just stopped again.
Yeah, it's weird.
And it stopped for a number of years, and all of a sudden I'm getting carded again.
I think it's what you also buy too. Like if you go into a liquor store and you buy like cheap liquor, they're like, "Oh, you're probably young because you don't know what's good."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Let me see it." But then you buy something expensive, and then you start naming things and start talking to them. Like, "Oh, you know your stuff. You've been drinking enough."
What's really funny is I'll walk in and I'll buy a $100 bottle with a $7 bottle at the same time. I love doing that.
I want that top shelf and bottom shelf.
Yeah, exactly.
One from both ends, please. And I mix them together to meet in the middle.
I will take a Glenlivet 18 and a Diamore Amaretto, please.
So you get a gallon of the cheap stuff and a fifth of the expensive stuff.
Yeah.
Mix it together and it lasts you forever. You're like, ah.
Oh God, I just threw up in my mouth. Yeah, I'll take a gallon of Oregon Springs vodka, please, and a Jameson 18, if you don't mind.
Isn't that Oregon Springs vodka? Doesn't they praise it as being potato vodka?
It's potato vodka, and it's actually distilled in San Jose, California.
I think I bought a bottle of that Oregon vodka once a long time ago.
Nicholas, drinking Gentleman Jack right now. I do like Gentleman Jack.
I do like Gentleman Jack. Gentleman Jack's pretty good.
Yep. If you can remember being drunk, there is no way to be an alcoholic. I have only blacked out once in my life. No, twice.
Twice. I've gotten 2 times. To where I was like, I don't remember that.
Yeah. One of them was more recently than I'd like to admit.
I know that one.
But no, you don't.
Oh, because I was there.
Yeah. No, the first one was really funny because it was actually about a year before I started the channel. And I was up in my office, and I didn't have anything to do for the night. And it's like 7 o'clock, and I didn't have any kids. And either that or my oldest was really, really young. She might have been like less than a year old. And she's to bed. And she always went to bed at like 6 o'clock, and she slept till like 8 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect kid. But anyway, so I'm up in my office, and I'm like, well, I feel like playing games right now. And I had like my small liquor stash behind me, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just like pour myself a whiskey. Mm-hmm. So I pour myself a whiskey, and I'm drinking it, and I'm playing... whatever game, Just Cause 3 or GTA 5 or just some like mindless like go blow crap up and whatnot, and the glass is empty, so I go pour another and another and another.
Yeah, you're like, I got this because I'm home,
and I'm just kind of down in it, and I'm not the one who blacks out. I'm the drunk who like remembers everything that I did. But I remember I'm playing GTA 5 at one point, And then I remember I'm laying on the floor in the middle of my office, and I've thrown up in the trash can, which, by the way, was a mesh trash can. And I'm sprawled out on my back with like vomit in the trash can and like leaking out the edges. And my wife opens the door, and she goes, "It's 3 a.m. Are you gonna come to bed?" And I went, "No."
No.
And she goes, "Okay," and she closes the door and left me until morning. That is the only time I have no memory of when I stopped drinking to when I woke up. It's the only
time.
Yeah.
I remember. So my time was, I was very young. Well, younger. I wasn't very young. I was younger.
Keep it down. I'm trying to listen to the stream, lads.
It was Steve, and so Steve built a MAME machine.
Yeah.
And
Apparently we were yelling. I didn't think we were yelling.
Oh.
I'll try to keep it down.
I was 18, 19-ish, somewhere around that. And Steve built a MAME machine, and he's probably had it for about a year. And he used to do, with my older brother and some friends, he would do randomized drinking games.
Yeah.
So you'd put game on random, and the two players would choose 2 different shots for the loser.
Yeah.
And whatever the random game is, you play, and the loser has to take a shot.
Okay.
So on and so forth. My brother bailed, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna call my youngest brother John.
Yeah.
He'll just stay at my house and drink."
Right.
And so I was supposed to hang out with my buddy, one of my best friends at the time, and he's like, "Hey," and he didn't drink. Mm-hmm. He like just flat out stopped drinking. So he's like, "But I love watching people get drunk."
Yeah.
So he drives me over there.
He goes, "I quit drinking at 14. I'm okay."
Actually, that's not far off.
I know.
You know his mom.
I have those friends too.
You know his mom
I know
very
I do.
well.
I know who he is.
Gwen.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, okay. So he drives me over there, and so Steve and his friend had been there for a little bit, and so he goes and grabs a bottle. Steve had a bottle of Everclear. And so he goes like, "All right, I'm gonna let you, John, I'm gonna make you drink so you're caught up with them."
Yeah.
And 18, 19, it's like that much Everclear.
Yeah, a little bit of Mountain Dew.
A little bit of orange juice.
Orange juice, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And he's like, "All right, here, you need to chug this so you can catch up."
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, I'm 18, 19.
Rah.
Everyone else is drinking.
Rah, rah.
Obviously, yeah, rah rah. Chug that whole thing down, and then just start playing. And I'm losing too, all these games. So I'm taking shots.
So
shot on top of that. All I remember was that at one point I took my pants off. I started humping the MAME machine, saying how much I loved the MAME machine. Then I blacked out again.
Suddenly it's a not safe for work show.
And then I remember being over the sink and puking and doing like arm waving, and I broke a couple dishes. My buddy then said he took me and tried to take me home, and I get very car sick when I drink.
Yeah.
So that's actually kind of
I know that too.
Yeah, it's a curse and a blessing at the same time. I was like, I can't drive, so great. He said I got to the interstate to go to St. Paul.
Yeah.
Or Mount Angel.
Yeah.
And I got in the middle of 99E, and apparently there was a cop over at the top Arctic Circle, and I just like flipped him off in the middle of 99E. And then like he grabbed me. He's like, "No, you gotta get back in the car. Get back in the car. Get back in the car." And this is only like 3 blocks away from Steve's house at the time.
Oh,
and so he leaves me at Steve's house. I wake up with my pants around my ankle and my underarm. I'm like, what's going on? And then my sister-in-law said I wouldn't go back in, and I unbuckled my pants and ran around the block with like my pants out, and basically just.
Do you need it right now? Okay.
So it was a fun, interesting story.
Yes.
It's a fun, interesting time. So that's my blackout story.
I've already got it charged.
Yeah.
I just need the password.
Oh, 5428.
And now everyone knows Jeff's password.
That's for my old iPad.
Oh, okay.
Ta-da. Yeah, my iPad password is 5428. Good luck.
It's the last part of his social.
So if you actually get a hold of my iPad, physical control. There you go.
So, yeah.
Ain't at a party till someone whips it out. Yep. $5 bill taped to your pant leg.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Then my other brother, who his car broke down, he called me up, and I had to go.
I like how
help
it's
him.
just drunk stories now. That's really helping our case.
I had to go help him. I was 19, 18 at the time.
I know.
I had to go help him tow his broken down car. And so I'm hung over with a huge splitting headache from Oregon City. I had to tow his car to Woodburn. So he took my parents' truck or van at the SUV at the time, started towing it himself. So I was in his little. It was the MR2.
Mm-hmm.
I was a Spider MR2. He kept the key and locked the steering wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going through 99E in Oregon City, the hills.
Yeah.
And my steering wheel's locked. And it's locked into the other lane, going in the... So I'm drifting and honking the horn, pulling the e-brake and everything like the oncoming traffic. And he's like, what? I'm just going to keep dragging you for a good, half mile. Wow. And I was just like, dude, come on, stop. And he's like, oh, sorry, here's the key.
Angie says, haha, I remember well, John. The tiny one-bathroom house, one bathroom.
Yeah. So...
Hi, Angie.
Angie can confirm that story.
Yes. Funny enough, Stephen and his wife are the only couple that I know that have been that have been married longer than me.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been married 14 years? 15 years?
Mm-hmm. Isn't it
14
funny?
years.
Funny how you
14
just,
years.
forgetting.
Yeah, I had to count there for a second. Yeah, 14 years. It's been a while.
Yep.
It's been a while. Yep. Totally not an alcoholic. 30 minutes of drunk stories. LOL, love you guys.
I mean, really, it was just one story a piece.
Yep.
They were just good stories.
Yeah. I have a good story that What the crap was that? Honestly, I'm not drunk.
How did that beer explode?
I have no idea. I had it on my hand, and I think it fell off the edge of my arm,
probably just,
and it hit and
yeah,
popped
it just
up.
popped up. Jeff's just licking it off his own. Oh! Yeah, that computer case actually doesn't look too bad.
No, I told you.
You know, I wouldn't mind
Hey, John, it's still good.
That's about as much as I could have.
Did you want?
No. Jeff's just rubbing it. It's like, oh, I want my body lotion to smell like this.
I'm gonna go to bed. Actually, I can spell it. Wow. All right.
I would probably prefer if that piece of... Is that real wood?
Yes.
Is it coated? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Is it?
No, it's real wood. Solid piece of wood. You can see the edge of it. Look at the edge.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't laminate.
I would prefer it, stained a different color.
Yes.
I think a darker color would have
Yes.
been better.
Yeah. The titanium version of the case. So this is the aluminum with the white oak.
Mhm.
They have a titanium with a walnut.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
that would probably look...
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like syrup. Yeah, it kind of tastes like syrup.
Yeah, it's 13%. So, and aged in bourbon barrels, it's going to have that thick, hearty body to it. If it doesn't...
I'm swearing, totally not drunk, guys.
Yeah. If you have a bourbon barrel-aged beer and it has the consistency of Bud Light, they did it wrong.
If you can lick your elbow, you're not an alcoholic. No, don't lick his arm. That's how human malware is transmitted. Did a wet lab with local police academy, 16 double shots of Captain Morgan, and could only get it to a BAC of 0.17. Weak. 30 minutes after drinking was a 0.07. Too expensive to get drunk. You weren't a 0.07 after 30 minutes. I guarantee that.
If it was, then their breathalyzer is horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no way you dropped
Right.
that much, a whole point.
Right, because 16 shots is about 3/4 to 4/5 of a fifth.
That's that's a pint and a half.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. It's 20 ounces.
Yeah. Well, shots, it all depends. Are you shots 1.5 or are you just going with those?
Ounce and a half.
Ounce and a half, yeah.
So that's 20 ounces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's...
24, that's a bomb.
yeah, that's an imperial English pint.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't blowing no 0.07 after 30 minutes. Trust me.
No.
Yep.
Maybe you farted.
It's
0.07.
too late. They already looked at each other. Everyone stopped looking at each other. Social distancing. John, you want to taste the stout on my arm?
Oh, yeah. That's the thumbnail.
Sometimes it rains straight up.
Hey, I want to drink my hot water.
Okay, I'm almost done.
Uh-huh.
We got 37 minutes. 37
37 minutes left.
Oh, so good.
All right. Anyone got anything else before we get into Star Trek news?
Yeah, any questions? Because we're going to start Star Trek in 7 minutes.
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know, we do a 30-minute Picard spoiler cast for last week's episode of Star Trek Picard.
Yep. Oh, you know what? I figured I get to be on the finale too. So, the finale episode, I get to talk about that one.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So,
you do.
Because next
right.
week's Steve,
Yeah,
and then
because we're talking about 7.
this is 7. No, we're talking about 8.
That's right.
And then tomorrow's
No,
9.
no, hold on.
Yeah. Tomorrow, there's only 2 left.
No, last week was 7.
No.
I want to say last week was 7. I think you get to talk about episode 9.
Better not. Let's go to...
Wiki. Hold on.
So the 26th. So it's going to air the 26th.
Yeah, Broken Pieces.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
Broken
not-
Pieces
yeah,
was
Broken
8.
8.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're right.
Yeah, you get episode...
I get 10.
Yeah, you get 10.
Yeah, I get the finale.
All right,
So
then.
Steve gets 9 and I get 10.
All right, then.
I'm betting it's going to be a cliffhanger.
Angie, yeah. Steve's wife says, 24 years, baby. I volunteer for this. Just kidding. Beer helps. Beer does help.
Beer does help.
Beer good. Beer good. Let's see. Something Borg Cube. Don't start us early.
Yes, we have to make drinks first.
Yes.
Yes, last week was 8.
Yeah, last week was 8. Okay. I couldn't remember if it was 7 or 8. Because it was Broken Pieces.
Or was it 7 of 9?
Yeah. Are you going to assimilate me now?
No. Thanks to the malware incident, the Borg have canceled their invasion.
No, they just all were ejected into space.
Which doesn't. Anyways, we're getting into it.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
Spoilers. Have you ever been to a hop farm? Of
Yes.
course.
Actually,
Do you know where we live?
a great friend of mine, a good friend of mine. I wouldn't say great. I haven't talked to him. I've talked to him recently, but we went to high school together. We grew up together. Mm-hmm. His family owns a very prominent hop farm in my town. I actually reached out to him to a piece of land that I purchased. Said, "Hey, would you like to expand your hop farm into my territory?" So yes. Mm-hmm. I know quite a few hop farm owners.
We know quite a few hop farm owners and quite a few that sell to some of the bigger brands, both craft and non-craft. So we live in like hop nirvana.
Yeah. It smells awesome.
Yes. Where I used to live, my last house was bordered by about 250 acres of hop farms. I almost bought a piece of property that bordered a 400-acre hop farm.
Yeah.
Like that would have been like out my back window, just nothing but hops. Mm-hmm. So that's where we live.
Yeah. No, it's pretty
I'm
awesome.
a little sad because I'm 3 miles from the closest one now, and it's just driving me nuts.
There's a lot of places you can just basically drive anywhere in the country, and there's wild hops just growing.
Yeah.
You can go and just pick hops off the side of the road.
What was great is for the last 3 years I've had a convertible, and so I would drive home around August and October.
Yeah.
August, September, October when it's like harvest season. And they'd be chopping the hops down.
Oh yeah, the oils are
and
just,
the smell driving through is like, oh, I'm getting drunk just driving down the countryside.
It's like an IPA.
It's
in my
amazing.
mouth.
Driving down the highway like Scooby Doo's. They live in the hop cave, better than wine caves. Darn right. Yep. I think they know the people growing exclusive hops in Oregon. Actually, we do.
We do.
I know a couple people who are growing actually exclusive strains of hops in Oregon, where that's the only place you can buy them.
Yep.
Yeah. Free hops. Actually, you're not wrong, because sometimes you can drive by the farms and go, hey, do you have something? And they go, yeah, here's a bag that we don't know what to do with.
Yeah. Oh no, all the time. They're like, if you're a home brewer, most of them they'll be like, "Hey, I'm a home brewer. Do you have any spare hops? Here you go."
Yeah.
You know, because
There's-
it's a whole like grocery bag of like just hops.
Yeah.
What would normally cost you probably a $12-$20
Yeah.
at a homebrew supply store. Here's a grocery bag full of it. And because we just swept it off the floor. It's still good. We just
Right.
didn't want
It's just not on the vine anymore.
it's just not on the vine anymore,
Right.
so we don't care.
Right.
They do that stuff all the time. Even there's a lot of times too where the trucks will just drive by and then they're just dropping them on the road. They don't pick those up.
Right. I was so the trucks that they collect the hops in are these giant wooden-sided trucks, but it's just like pallet walls.
Yeah.
And so you'll drive behind them. And by the way, when you're in a convertible driving behind them, oh my god,
Well, yeah, they're constantly bumping. So
I'm going where you're going.
They're just dusting you with
Yeah.
all the aromatics.
Yeah, you're licking the oil off your windshield when
Yeah.
you get home. But yeah, it's crazy because I've actually like picked hops out of my car after driving behind one of these trucks before. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. No, actually, Share Brew, one of the hop farm that is my friend, he's actually opening up a tap room at the hop farm
Yes.
this year. So that'll be fun, which is like 3 blocks away from my farm.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to just basically
Blocks.
block. Well, it's a couple acres.
It's only 7 miles, but there's only 3
It's not
intersections.
7 miles. There's 2 stop signs. Yeah, 2 stop signs.
I know there's 2 stop signs.
Yeah, and it's not far. You go down the Filbert Field and then cross
Yeah.
that road, and down that road.
I know,
It's
I know.
not 7 miles.
It's
At
3.5.
most, no. At most, it's like 2. You can at the end of that road, you can see my property at the end of his.
I'd
road.
say 2.5.
no.
I'm gonna go the over.
We can even Google Map.
I'm
it
gonna go
and
2.5.
Google
I'm gonna
Map
go
it
on the
to
over.
The distance.
Oops. I'm gonna go the over.
It's under.
Okay. None of you are going to be able to see this, but I want to prove John wrong.
There we go.
So here we are.
Uh-huh.
There's that, and here's...
No, you're going to be down
No, we're down here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're right
So-
there. And
So you got to find him. He's right here. Right?
No, no, he's over here.
He's over here?
Yeah,
I thought he was on this side.
No, he's over the freeway.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well then you're right.
He's right here.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
technically, this area, that's him.
Okay.
So that's him.
No, he's over here.
No, he's over the freeway. Actually, no, he is here. Here's the freeway. There's the road to the dump.
Yeah.
He's actually over the railroad tracks. He's right over the railroad tracks.
Okay, you're cheating then.
How am I cheating?
They have stuff over here too.
They do, but
They do.
the tap room, the facility.
I didn't say
right
the
there,
tap room.
right there.
Yeah, I didn't say the tap room. I said...
He has fields there, but he also has fields over there.
Okay, I was going by that one,
Oh.
which is another 1.5 miles up the road.
Yeah, but that's their hut.
Which means I'm right and you're right.
Yeah, okay.
The hops you can see from the road.
The hops you could see, yes, I said the tap room
Okay.
will be within like 3 or 4 blocks from my
LOL, Google to dispute bar arguments. You don't know us very well, do you?
We're like, no, that's 3 blocks away. We can walk that. No, it's 6. Let's Google Map this. Honestly, we wouldn't care. It's 5 miles away. Let's walk. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
It has this on draft. Let's go. We did that at like CES. We went and basically just found beers. All right, where's the closest bar? Oh my God, they got this beer. We're gonna walk. It's 4 miles away though, but we're gonna walk.
No, it's PAX.
Or PAX.
Yeah, CES is Vegas. You haven't been to Vegas with me.
No, I haven't been.
Yeah. We got to get you there.
That'd be fun.
We got to get John to Vegas.
There we go.
Hashtag John to Vegas.
Hashtag you tell my wife.
Hashtag John to Vegas. Hashtag you can have more kids.
There we go. You can always get me to go to LTX. That's probably more likely.
Yeah, not this year.
Not this year. Well, it hasn't been canceled yet.
Yeah, the Canadian border's closed though.
Yeah, but it's not for a while.
Yeah, but they're talking it's going to extend into July and August.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. All right, you done with that one?
No.
want to drink something. I haven't drank something in, I don't know, like an hour. At least
Actually, I'm enjoying
33 minutes.
I'm not liking the bottom nearly as much as I thought I would.
Well, at least Steve took some of it for you. It's probably because you spilt it and you're tasting your hair. All right. What? All right, you got some gin?
Yeah, I do.
All right, I need 1 ounce.
1 ounce.
Not 1.5.
Not 1.5, 1 ounce.
1 ounce of gin.
I have a selection of gin. I have a Cascade Alchemy Oregon gin. I have a Crater Lake handmade gin. I have a big gin, which is a barrel finished gin.
Hang on, let me try. Oh, that is a good.
I have a big bottom gin, which is a barrel aged gin. I have a Gordon's London Dry Gin.
Spicy. I need that. It's gonna need something with some spice.
Okay.
Smells great.
Actually, hold on. Let me get a little.
Yeah, you need a little taster. That's actually really good.
Okay. I can work with that. I want you to try this one.
Well,
And
I
there's a jiggery right there. 1 ounce is right there on top. And I'm going to try this one, and I'm going to try it with a half of a lime. Okay, so John is trying a Crater Lake gin, which is a handmade gin distilled from corn, naturally gluten-free, and it is made at Bend Distillery. So it's made in Bend, Oregon.
Yeah. So what we are having right now is Lagunitas Hoppy Refresher. It is a non-alcoholic, 0 carb, 0 calorie. It's essentially just hopped water.
Right. I'm going to go with a Hillsboro, Oregon, big bottom, small batch Northwest style gin, which is barrel aged, or barrel finished.
See, that was the one I was thinking maybe.
Yeah.
But
this one's a little bit more lemon, and so
it's actually not bad.
I kind of want to see the difference between the two. Because yeah, when you said hopped water, I went gin.
Yeah.
Like not vodka, we're going gin. I'm going to add a half a lime to mine. Good limes. Holy crap. There we go. And then top that off. Should have added a rock to mine, but that's okay. Just wipe that off on my keypad there.
Keypad.
What are you opening, John? Lagunitas Hoppy Refresher.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. So that's what it is. It's right there. There you go. That was the right choice.
Yeah.
That was the right choice.
No, I like this. I think I might even buy like a couple more of these just for cocktail-based beverages.
Yeah, the heck with gin and tonic. That's good.
Yeah, that's really good. And they're about the same price as a nice tonic
water. Yeah.
Yeah. So this will probably do you too.
Yeah.
It's 12 ounces, but it was $1.50.
It's not bad.
So
not bad. I'm gonna add a little ice to mine. Mine needs to be a little colder.
well, yeah, we had them sitting out.
Yeah. You want an ice cube?
Yes, please. Thank you. Is that a Lego?
Kinda. So I have an ice mold that does clear ice cubes. This is the bottom of the mold where all the sediment goes, and so these I use for shakers.
Ooh.
No, perfect.
Perfect. Just a little spilling.
Yeah.
All right. So we are now going to talk Picard. I'm still way behind on Picard.
It's like a weird gin fizz. Kinda.
So Scotty's out because he hasn't caught up yet to Picard.
Night, Scotty. Sorry,
Night.
buddy.
Becky, thank you. It's not self-control, more me being completely stubborn.
It's stubbornness more
I
than
am
anything else.
super stubborn. Someone tells me I can't do it, watch me.
Right.
I'll do it, whether I want to or not. If I sit there and say, "I'm
John,
going to do
you
something,"
can't knock yourself out with a brick wall. He goes, watch me, mother.
No one tells me I can't do it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's more stubbornness. Even my wife is saying like, I want my husband back.
Would you please just drink a big beer?
Oh gosh, she said that at least twice already.
I
She's
know.
like, I want you to have a beer or something. It's like,
Right.
you look so much better. You're just grumpy all the time. And I was like,
I would be too.
I tried to explain it. It has nothing to do with the alcohol. It was like the situation I came from. It was like, I just bought this like brand new chainsaw and it wasn't working. And I spent my whole day planning on doing this yard work.
Yeah.
And so now I'm frustrated. And yes, at the same time, I'm frustrated that I can't have a beer to like take some stress out.
Yeah.
Because I'm, it's like, And the worst part about this is I'm going to give a little spoiler to my video. is that I have to balance out when I can drink this.
Yeah.
Because I'm limited myself to 2. So even on a bad day, I can't sit there and stockpile and have rollover minutes. I'm not drinking all week, so I can have 6 on Saturday.
Right.
And so if I have one for dinner, or if I have one like right when I come home, that means I'm screwed for probably most of the day.
Yeah.
I usually I try to save it to like, okay, my wife's in bed, this is my time. I
Yeah.
get to watch one of my shows,
Yeah.
have my beer.
Yeah.
And then it's like, but if I drink during dinner, I can't have that anymore.
Right.
What do I choose?
Usually my routine is I will either have a glass of beer with dinner or a cocktail with dinner. It's one or the other. And then if I haven't had anything, then I will come downstairs and I will have something with my shoot. I will have a beer when I'm shooting the video.
Yeah.
Or I'll have a beer when I'm shooting or when I'm editing the video. If I'm not doing that either, if it's just like a benchmarking day or something like that, I will, put the kids to bed, do whatever I need to do, prep work for tomorrow, whatever. If I haven't had anything, sometimes I will pour myself a little half snifter of whiskey, 2 fingers in a Glencairn, and I will go upstairs and watch TV with my wife. Mm-hmm. And that's what I do. It's one drink per day.
Exactly. And then if I'm on the weekend, I'm doing yard work. And
sometimes on Saturday too.
Yeah. That was the other thing. It's a Saturday, and I'm woke up early, and I'm having lunch now, and I've been stressed all day trying to get this lawnmower to start. Went to the store 3 times to buy new parts.
Yep.
And I was like, if I have my beer now, I can't drink it at dinner or at night, so I'm screwed. So it's very frustrating. So.
Civil Bro buys a giant fridge of beer and stocks it, then goes on a diet.
Yeah, I know. The irony doesn't pass me.
It's not lost on John.
No.
It's not. All right, Star Trek Picard.
Star Trek Picard.
Broken Pieces.
So we start the episode. They are just beaming back to the ship after leaving Riker's home.
Yeah.
Nepenthe. Nepenthe or whatever their oldest son named it.
Yeah.
It wasn't that one. Or no, it wasn't there. It was just a planet that healed.
Yeah, the healing planet.
The healing planet.
Everything grows well there.
Yeah, and lots of nutrients. Re-heals old wounds, essentially. And then they kind of confront the Doctor. Actually, I kind of don't remember the intro of this episode. I should have researched it.
So Picard and Soji beam aboard.
Yeah.
And Raffi immediately grabs a phaser and says,
what
are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? How can you trust this?
You lied to us, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And then Picard's kind of like, what are you talking about? And she says, who's that doctor you brought in here? She's a Romulan spy.
Right.
Picard's like, what are you talking about? And it's like, if you brought that person here, I don't know who this person is.
Right.
Soji, is she an android? What is she?
Yeah.
So they're kind of freaking out. Finally, Picard kind of calms them down, talks to the Doctor, who eventually confesses that she killed
Bruce.
Bruce Maddox. We also do find out one theory.
Yep.
during the process of her telling Picard what happened, we get that flashback of what the head of Starfleet Security, I don't remember what her name was.
The Commodore,
yeah. Who we find out is half Klingon, half
Vulcan,
half Vulcan, half
half
Romulan. And
so she can mind meld, and she's telepathic, and she's a sadistic little mum.
Yeah. So I don't know how that got past Starfleet,
You're half Romulan. Checks out.
Yeah. You're good. Oh, half Vulcan. You're good.
No.
Like
Spock. Right, okay.
yeah. Half of both worlds. That's good. All right. Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
that's you're a halfer, like B'Elanna Torres. No, nothing like that.
No.
Okay, well, you're good anyway.
Oh, but you wear Oakleys. You're good. You're cool. So she then...
Here, try these on.
Yeah. She then reveals what the mind meld was.
Yes.
And it takes back to this planet. We, at the time, do not know what the planet is. And it's apparently the Vaj...
Zot-Vash. Zot-Vash.
Zot-Vaj are all female. That's kind of how I got out of it.
Yes.
They're all female. Now, I don't think they are
because equality.
Right? I don't think that they are a elite super secret Tal Shiar. I think they're just a secret group.
Yes.
I think that's what it is. And
yes.
It came off more like there's an even more secret, more powerful Tal Shiar. Now, I think there's a Tal Shiar, and this was just a cult group.
There's the Tal Shiar, and then there's a cult.
Yes. And
I
I think
they don't interact with each other.
Yeah.
They may not... They know each other.
They know each other,
but they do different things.
Yes, and that kind of clarified that because it kind of
there's the CIA, there's the FBI. They exist in different realms. Maybe sometimes they merge, but they have different goals.
Yeah, and so apparently it's all female, and they have to go through this ritual where if you survive, you're in. If not, you'll kill yourself. Mm-hmm. And it's a vision from this liquid pool that showed the past of what happened to the Romulan Empire.
Yes.
That's what I got out of it.
What happened to the Romulan Empire because of AI.
Which, to me, didn't make sense because somehow they had AI way thousands of years ago then? Is that kind of
they developed AI and something came and wiped them out.
Okay, so...
Is what I got.
Something came and wiped the AI out or the Romulans out?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a little because Data. I mean, in Star Trek lore, Data was supposed to be the first of its kind that anyone knew about, and that was including Vulcans.
He's the first Soon type.
Well, there was Android. I guess because with Discovery,
there were androids before him.
Were there?
No. I win. What else you got?
As far as the series, though, I don't remember there actually being androids, even in the original movies.
No.
There were half human, half cyborg implants type thing, and I think that's even in Discovery.
Yeah.
Like I have my cybernetic implant to help me get through. Right. So you would think that like Data meeting a Spock or going onto that Romulan planet, they would have freaked out and or why aren't they trying to kill Data? The whole entire series, like the Vaj, whatever, Zot-Vash.
Zot-Vash.
The ZV.
The ZV.
The ZV.
The ZV.
The ZV.
The ZV got it in for Data, yo.
Yeah, well, that's why aren't they then going after him all through Next Gen? Why then in the movie, the last movie where Data dies, the Romulans aren't like pissed off because they got what was wrong? Data's brother.
More?
No, the
B4.
Other, B4.
That was the joke I just made.
No, yes, I know. Before. No, the other one. The dumb one.
B4.
Not B4.
Lore? Those are Data's
Was it
brothers.
B4? No, I thought B4. Oh, no, it was Envy. EV. I was thinking Envy in the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so B4.
B4.
Yes. So why didn't they kill B4? Why would they go and dig up B4 and be like, oh, the Romulan government just got an android. Why don't we go destroy that, the VZ?
Right.
Why don't we... The Romulans dug B4 up. why don't we go secretly blow him up?
Oh, look, it's an android.
You know, so this story... Anyways, so that's the premise. We are now in this liquid pool area, and these people, Romulan
Sorry,
spies...
you've got to do the head tilt.
Which, I will say, I thought she pulled it off very well.
Yes.
I was like, that's exactly it. That was exactly it.
Yeah.
And
that is Brent Spiner to a T.
That was like, okay. And I get now why Riker was like, oh, that's Data's daughter. I picked that up.
I'd know that anywhere. Right.
Even if they kept her being an android
So
secret,
is yours better or is mine better? That's what I want.
do you want to try?
I will try.
Okay.
I will try. So this is just
This
Jen.
this is just
That's
Jen
Jen and Lime.
Lang, so we're still calories
Right.
fine. Yours is better because it has more flavor.
Mm-hmm.
That's a much better gin for this, I
Yes.
think.
Yes.
It's still good. I really like it.
I like that. That's nice, crisp, refreshing.
Yeah.
It tastes like a tonic water.
Yeah.
It really does. This has the lime to kind of give it a little acid, a little bite to it.
But I think that cask or whiskey
Mm-hmm.
aged or cask aged after the fact really complements more flavor into it. So, but anyway,
That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah. So we're at this black pool area where if you survive the vision, the mind meld or whatever they do, because half the ladies just rip their faces off and kill themselves. Or
I love
shoot
that
them in the
Nicholas
head.
is the only person chatting, and Restream isn't even broadcasting anymore. Beer Jesus, da 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 da. All ladies, blah 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 blah. I have spoken, da blah 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 blah. Before you sink my battleship, haha.
Is that it? Did everyone leave? Or are we out of? Oh, we are.
We got 49. Actually, we're holding kind of steady since the 920 mark.
So,
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
doing all right.
We have been doing this for 4 hours.
We're doing okay. We okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So there was the
We're
black.
gonna be demonetized anyway.
Yeah.
Donate to the show. Tell you what, super chat. I'll read your chat. Whatever you want to think about Star
we'll
Trek.
stop. Yeah, we'll stop in the middle of it. Super
Yeah.
chat us.
Super chat. Because
if you need us to change subject, go ahead and super chat.
yeah,
us.
definitely super chat because this is gonna be demonetized because I said Corona during the video.
What about the coronavirus?
Yeah, that virus, that coronavirus that we're dealing with.
That beer coronavirus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason that I'm stuck in my house for the next freaking 6 weeks.
You just need Lyme disease.
Yeah. Corona Lyme.
Just walk around with like those shielded. And be like,
Just wear them on a bandolier.
Yeah. Like, I'm good, guys. I got protection.
I got. Yeah.
Yeah. You've been corona.
And you are healed, my brother.
You've been blessed by the hop.
The power of Firestone compels you.
So this is where we get a glimpse of the.
So the Romulans dug up B4.
Yeah. This is where we see that the brother and sister, the sister is part of this organization.
Yes.
And we also see that
The sister brother.
the sister brother, but we also see that Romulan Borg.
Yes.
She barely kind of survived-esque.
I'm okay.
Yeah, she tried to kill herself but couldn't stand up, but was still alive. In
She
the
still
end.
hit herself in the head with a rock.
Yeah.
And goes, I still can't get the visions out of my head, but I also don't have the strength to kill myself.
Yeah. So apparently that gave her a pass.
And then she got assimilated.
And then it was like you were just on the wrong Borg ship or the wrong Romulan ship at the wrong time. That was the excuse. That was a lame excuse.
Skull,
Go!
$20. COVID-19 has nothing on nanoprobes.
That's right.
Amen to that.
Amen. So we see that vision. She kind of explains that hell is coming to Picard, and Picard's like, I don't care if hell's coming. Essentially,
I've already been to hell.
I've already been to hell, and
And I told it to kiss my ass.
yeah, and then it cuts back to I think it cuts back to the Borg cube with Hugh and the ninja.
Well, not Hugh.
Not Hugh.
Well, Hugh, but
Hugh, but not Hugh.
He's not in a speaking mood right now.
Yeah, and and the ninja, the Romulan ninja.
Elron.
Ninja.
Elron.
Ninja.
Yeah, ninja.
Ninja Romulan.
None.
No, he's not. He can't be none because
That's right.
he has to be a female. So, but he completed his nun training.
Romulan Legolas.
Yeah, Romulan Legolas. That's a perfect. Yeah. And what did Hugh die already?
Hugh died in last episode.
Oh, last. Okay, so
Yeah.
okay.
He got the.
Yeah. Okay. So he is now running through the Borg cube.
So
and they're looking for him.
he found the little like beacon thing.
The oh gosh, what is Seven of Nine's people?
The
Avengers? No.
the Rangers.
Rangers.
Farness Rangers.
Yeah. Which 7 of 9 is like the most famous Ranger.
Yeah.
Essentially, and she gave the same.
Oh,
chip.
of course, it's that Ranger.
Yeah, she gave the chip to Picard as well. That's why we know it's he gets it from Hugh, who apparently her and 7 of 9 were like friends.
Yep.
Which they've never technically met. We just assume so. He pushes it and doesn't really even know what it does. I don't even think he knew what it did because he didn't see 7 of 9 give it to Picard, did he?
I don't think he did because he wasn't in that scene.
Yeah.
Because 7 of 9 gave it to Picard. And then all of a sudden, Elnor sees this little like keychain thing hanging from the bottom of the Borg cube and goes, "Oh, that must be important."
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So this episode has problems, but I didn't mind it.
Right. Now, if Picard is the Picard I know, he probably had a conversation. Look, we got this thing from 7 of 9. If we ever need her again, we can tap on it. And Elnor goes, "Oh, that's a thing from 7 of 9. We can probably tap on it, and 7 of 9 will come. Oh, look, that's a thing from 7 of 9.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to explain how everything happens in movies and cinema.
Right.
There are some assumptions you can take. So it's not a huge plot hole, but it is kind of a...
By the way, do you like my method acting there?
That was really good.
Thank
You could have been the alarm system. That was even in stereo.
Yes.
Or
shooting it both ways.
It was panning back and forth.
In Dolby Digital.
Yeah. The middle part, I don't remember what happens in the...
The middle part is kind of weird because it's a lot of like Romulan culty and a lot of like, oh, by the way, Girardi, we know you're a Romulan spy. Oh, wait, you're a Romulan spy, but on behalf of the Federation, but you like chocolate cake, but you hate Picard.
Yeah. So, and also during this
Would you like some more cheesecake?
And then during this time, Raffi interacts with all of the holograms to figure out what's wrong with the captain. Because, so what happened? No, this is what happens, because we forgot the Picard and the Doctor beam up, or the Picard and Soji beam up, and he freaks out. He's like, I'm going to take you to where the next stop you want, and we're done.
Yeah.
And
that's right, because he's got the bomb just went off.
The bomb went off, and he's like, oh, crap.
I've got tinnitus like crap.
Yeah. And he won't tell anyone and it's been classified from Starfleet. Mm-hmm. And so Raffi, apparently he did something with his ship to when he did the holograms that he basically modeled it after him and all of his emotions and memories.
Yes.
But then split every hologram up into an individual like emotion or whatever part of himself.
So his pilot's drunk, and his EMH is very helpful, and his hospitality guy is, how may I serve you?
Yeah.
There's the hiccups.
Yeah.
Time?
I was off.
9:56.
He still did it though. We got to it though. We got to it, guys. We did it. All right, I'm out. Anyways, so during the
Dang it.
As Romulan Legolas beat this is going on. So they're trying to comfort Soji because he knows that she likes chocolate. Or no, that was the doctor who liked chocolate cake, which she throws it up because she ate so much.
Right. No, it's Soji who likes peppermint
ice cream and French fries.
Peppermint milkshake and French fries.
French fries, yeah.
Yeah.
And she likes dipping the French
How
fries.
did you know that?
Yeah. So we end up finding out that through a series of events with the holograms that what is the captain's name?
Rios.
Rios was a pilot for apparently another captain of a secret mission or a secret starship. Oh gosh, I'm butchering this. I apologize for that. Usually I try to rewatch or skim it. But ends up coming out that they had to pick up these 2 diplomats from this unknown planet that Starfleet told them to go on this secret mission really quick. And then
Go beam these people up, take them here, and disavow any knowledge.
Yeah. And
Damn it.
so they did that, and then apparently the captain got a message from Starfleet Security, or head of Starfleet Security, where
Commodore.
Yeah, to kill them.
Yes.
And then he does that just as they're like sitting down having dinner with the 4 of them, and he kills them right in front of Raffi. Not Raffi, the pilot.
Yeah, Rios.
Rios. Both would start with R.
And then his captain takes a phaser, puts it in his mouth, and blows his brains out.
Yeah, blows the brain out because he's just like driven to madness or can't deal with the fact that he had to do that.
Right.
So, and that's what drives Rios into like, I'm leaving Starfleet.
Mm-hmm. No, 6 months later he was kicked out.
Yeah, or what? Because he started drinking.
Right.
So, but it finds out that one of these girls, or one of the people that they transported, was an identical android to the girl. Probably then one of the Doctor's first creations. Right. We are assuming so.
Right.
And the reason Starfleet ordered them to kill him is because she's part of the VZ, whatever.
Zatvash.
Whatever.
Why is that so hard? Amaretto, Zatvash.
I'm sorry, I don't have a...
Amaretto, Zatvash.
When is there Amaretto in Star Trek?
That's the 2 things you always get wrong. Amarillo, Vatzash.
You just said Amarillo.
I know, I did. I was making fun of you. I also said Vatzash.
Yeah, trying to prove me wrong while you got the hiccups.
That's not fair. Amaretto, Zatvash.
Anyway, so that happens, and they find out that she's a Borg, or that Romulans...
She's not a Borg.
No, Romulans. I don't remember how that conversation ended with Picard and the 4 at the table.
Not well.
Not well.
I know that.
The Doctor basically said once she saw Soji, she's like, I'm sorry, I should have never harmed you.
Right.
You are perfection in everything. Do you dream? Do you eat? Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
You know, I will never harm you again. Please forgive me. And apparently all is forgiven.
Right.
For Bruce Maddox. She did say she'd go to the next starbase and
turn
herself in.
Yeah.
And so they go to the starbase.
No.
But they get reverted. Or they have
Soji hijacks the ship.
That's right. Soji hijacks...
To take them to her home world, which she suddenly knows where it's at.
Yes, because she remember... Oh, no. Riker's daughter found it. Remember? In the previous episode. She said, there's a planet with 2 suns and an electrical storm all the time. Or 2 moons. Yeah. And so Riker's daughter's like, blah, blah, blah.
But suddenly Soji knew how to hijack a ship in less than 5 minutes.
Yes. And also where the Borg conduits are.
Yes.
That scene I liked. Yes. I liked the graphics of that scene. Because it kind of gave like pulses.
If y'all could vote, what would you say Craft Computing's favorite color is?
What's the color of whiskey? That color. Does bourbon barrel aged brown exist?
Right. If so, can you replicate it?
Yeah.
Like, maybe?
That's a bit orangey.
That's too purple.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in here somewhere.
That's like a red ale.
Yeah.
It's in between that and that orange.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
No, that's not
I
bad.
could go with that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And then during
whatever color this was.
Yeah.
That's my favorite color.
He takes a drop of that, puts it in one of those loads.
By the way, it was like straight black.
Yeah. During this time, the Romulans, 7 of 9 arrives at the Borg cube. Helps Legolas out.
Yep.
She ends up they go into the
becoming the Borg queen.
She becomes the Borg queen reluctantly because she's like, I don't want to reconnect all the Borg because they have all their freedom.
I don't want to reconnect the Borg because they have their freedom now. Well, they can help us, right? Yeah, but I don't know if I'll let them go again.
Yeah. Well, it was also that I don't know if I want to.
Right.
I'm
gonna want to be queen.
I'm gonna want to be queen. I might like the idea of being back in the collective.
Right.
But even during Voyager, she was like, I want to be back, even in late episodes.
Right.
I kind of like being back in a
Year of Hell going, hey guys.
Yeah.
Right.
So, then there's the infamous, the Romulans then open the bay doors and all these Borg fly out. So supposedly that kills Borg now. Space. When it's been proven that
it really doesn't.
It's been able to. They still live, and apparently transporters are down.
Well, can you transport 300,000 Borg at the same time?
You can still transport some, right? And if she's the Borg Queen, has control over every system.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
How many transporters do you think are on a Borg cube that size at any given time?
Well, they could shoot Picard 40,000 light years. I'm assuming they can pick up 40,000 Borg.
I would assume so too,
Yeah.
if not even half that at least.
Right.
So, but she decides not to, and we know that Borg can live outside in space because of First Contact.
Yep.
So,
Ka-chung, ka-chung, ka-chung.
yeah.
Assimilate
Like
this.
So that didn't kill them. Which, although I guess it could be like the deflector shields of the Enterprise, stop them from freezing in space. That could have been it.
Yeah. Someone said it looked like Bud Light Orange, so I'm going blue.
Well, yeah, that's
Becky.
So that I mean, maybe that was it. Maybe there's something deflector shield and they froze.
Anyways, they make it to the Borg conduit, the Borg transport conduit. They go into it. Something follows them in.
Yeah, and we already know who that is. That's what's his face is the brother, Romulan brother.
Yeah. The brother with two names.
Yeah, the brother with two names.
Instead of the sister with one name, who's actually a brother.
So, whatever, right?
Yep.
And then they arrive at the planet supposedly before the Romulan fleet gets there because they already know they got the coordinates.
The very last scene is them going into the conduit.
No. They arrive at the planet and they say, no one's here yet. And then that's the last scene.
That's... No.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yeah,
They go into the conduit and the ship follows them and then it says next time on Star Trek Picard.
Okay, was the next time then?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what it is.
Yeah,
okay.
the end of the episode is...
Okay, so then that's what I'm remembering.
Yeah. Kind of a la Bajoran wormhole.
Yeah,
kind of
Bajoran
like,
wormhole.
you're gone,
Yeah.
fade to black, next time on Star Trek Picard.
Yeah. So, and there's only 2 episodes left. I didn't mind this one. It was action-packed, and there was some drama.
It was action-packed, but a little slow at the same time.
Yeah, and like I said, there was plot holes, and that whether it was a hole or not just doesn't sit too well with the main story.
Right. There's the Elron finding the beacon happened to be like 7 levels below where he left Hugh, and it happens to connect to 7 of 9, and she happens to be in the area.
Yeah, which we technically the last we left her, she was on the planet and didn't have a ship.
Right.
And how far away
and had
was
2
that?
phaser rifles. And
Yeah,
she was
how
just
far away was that planet before?
Right.
So, apparently...
about a week.
Yeah, it takes her a couple minutes to get to the Borg cube. It takes Picard a couple episodes.
Right.
Enjoyable to watch, but lots of plot holes if you start thinking about it.
Yeah.
And the bad part I think of was when they left it, there's not a whole lot to conclude. It's either going to have to conclude very fast or the season's going to end on a cliffhanger.
There's 9 and 10.
There's not exactly. And so we know 9 is that they're at this planet and you can easily assume the Romulan fleet will probably follow them.
Yes. You can also probably assume the Starfleet fleet will probably be right behind them because they were rendezvousing at DS-12.
That one. We get the second FU Picard.
Yes. Yeah.
Because
shut the F up, Picard.
I'm giving you the fleet.
Yeah. Rendezvous at DS-12. Tell them where you want them to go.
Yeah. So, but they diverted the ships.
Yes.
So maybe they won't show up.
Well, Soji kind of diverted herself.
So maybe maybe they won't. Yeah. Well, that's probably going to be the end of episode 9. Is the Federation ship show up? My prediction or my thought is, I'm betting we're going to see Data again. I think Data's on the planet. I think we'll find out tonight or tomorrow. Data's on the planet.
I don't dislike that.
I think Data's on the planet. Maybe, or like his head or something that he got to reassemble part of Data.
Well, we know where B4 is at, and we know where Laura's at.
Where's Laura? I don't remember, because last I remember him,
Laura was deactivated on the planet when he took over the Borg.
The Borg.
I don't know what happened to him after that.
Yes. So technically, you could put Data's memory into Laura. Laura and Data were identical. So technically, Data could show back
Doing
up.
my best Chewbacca there.
Yeah. So I think we're going to see some form of Data.
Hello, Picard.
Or even like a whole Captain America First Avenger where we see that guy as a computer in a brain, or the brain in the computer. Like Data's in the big computer. His memory's in this large computer, just not a body. And then we see him pop up on the view screen.
Right, because they said his entire memory could be reconstructed with just a single neuron.
Yes. So maybe not his body, but his memory is.
Certainly his memories.
Yes.
Right. Interesting.
I think that's what's going to happen.
That'd be interesting. I think it's going to go a completely different way because I think you're going to be wrong.
Probably, but I was like, I would almost love it to happen.
Yep.
A happy ending where technically Data's back.
Yeah.
Yay! And I would be so happy.
I don't have to be sad anymore.
Exactly. If they just did that.
I just don't want the game to end.
Yes.
I want it to be the game is just beginning, Picard.
Oh yeah, I would love that to happen. That's episode.
That's what I want.
That's what end of episode 10 needs to be.
Yes.
Totally. But yeah, my only thing is I don't think there's going to be enough. 2 episodes will not be enough to close this story.
No.
And it's either, if it ends on a cliffhanger.
I don't think they're going to end on a cliffhanger because episode 10 was already shot by the time the season got renewed. And so they're going to wrap it up with a nice little bow. But there's probably going to be this little inkling of here's where we can go with it. So I think they're going to wrap it up very nicely.
I bet.
And the writing so far has been pretty good.
Pretty good.
Good.
You know what? Also, this episode had some really good cinematography. I thought this had some really cool.
I think Picard in general has been freaking beautiful.
Yeah. No, they did a lot of.
I'm straight up jealous of the DP on these shoots. Dude, bravo,
Jeff. Yeah, you. Never mind. I'm not gonna make that joke. It is past the time. So
it is past time. Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, Jeff does want to be DP'd by Picard. Yes. Yeah, but no, that's my only. I really just don't want to be disappointed.
Yes.
In the end, I bet it's probably gonna end mission successful. Maybe someone will die. I bet the doctor will sacrifice herself to rescue Soji or something like that as a redemption for her character.
Yep.
Soji will live. Picard will get reinstated to Starfleet somehow, and to continue to do some good work in AI.
Yeah.
Or he'll be the head of that department to oversee security for AI.
Right.
Something along that lines.
Right.
He puts the badge on and the uniform again. That's the end of the episode. And that's the end of season 10. And he goes. You'll hear him
one to beam up.
One to beam up. Something like that. To a new. Yeah. And which would be fine.
Yep.
I'd be fine with that.
Yep.
That's my prediction of how the series will end.
I don't think he's going to do that. I don't think he's going to rejoin Starfleet.
You don't think so?
He's 90 years old in Starfleet.
Still, there have been admirals that have been that old.
There haven't been Starfleet captains that old. There haven't been.
I don't think he'll be a captain.
There haven't been fleet commanders that old.
I think he'll rejoin Starfleet to have some form of authority.
Quite possibly.
I think he'll be his admiral himself again, but he'll have authority. Like I said, I don't think he'll be a captain. I think he'll be head of something.
Yep.
Head of that department.
Totally could be.
So.
Totally could be. Anyway, I am falling asleep because I have been on stream for 4 of the last 5 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm tired.
And drank quite a bit.
And I drink a lot more than both my co-hosts.
Yes.
So I'm feeling pretty good right now, and I've got the hiccups, but I would like to thank you for joining us for episode 125, Part B, and Part A if you were part of that show as well. Make sure to hit subscribe at the bottom of the video. here, make sure to hit a thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you suck, and make sure to subscribe to Hops and Brews if you haven't done so already as well.
Yeah.
We broadcast here every night, or every Wednesday night. At 8 p.m. Pacific time.
You need me to close out?
Yes, if you will.
I don't.
I'm hiccuping so much it's interrupting my speech pattern.
8 p.m. Pacific time. This is our same tech channel.
This
for
has
all
been
your
Talking
beer.
Heads for the latest in beer and tech news.
news.
8 p.m. every Pacific time, right here on Craft Computing. Hiccup.
All right. See you guys later.
Cheers, all. All right, now where do I click?
Go live.
All right.